And we're live. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday afternoon as we're about ready for kickoff with the Broncos and Chargers here in Denver. Broncos are going to receive the first half kickoff. What do you think of the orange tops, blue bottoms, unis? Scott McLuhan's coming, CJ Anderson, maybe some Peter Schaffer. Peter's up in the Northeast working. So we're going to see here with the Broncos starting with the ball. Rookie quarterback Bo Nix, former Duck quarterback. Two Duck quarterbacks going at it today. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We're brought to you by Simpler.ai. It's a complex digital world out there. Be found in that complex digital world simply with Simpler. Go to Simpler.ai and say hello, or there's a link in the description, also a link to set up an appointment where you can talk to someone like me. So, first play of the game, run. Javonte Adams. The question I'm asking CJ Anderson today is, can Javonte be a 1,000-yard rusher for the Broncos? He seems to be the primary back, seems to be getting some momentum the last few weeks. Even though they do the multi-running back, can they get enough rushes to get to 1,000 yards this season? So we'll see how that goes. I'm ultra curious about that. 2 runs in a row for the Broncos for about a combo of about 2 yards. But I appreciate them starting with the run. It's kind of what CJ and Scott were saying yesterday as we were watching the CUK State game, is set the tone with the run. It's going to be 2 run-heavy teams. The over-under is only 35.5 last I checked on this game. I can check again here. Sort of see. Oh, sorry, I just bumped the microphone. Amateur broadcaster. Third and 8. Oh, going deep. Oh, tipped. Oh, intercepted. Ah, that stinks. I mean, at least it was 3rd and 8. They were taking a shot. And it got deflected, intercepted by the Chargers. Let's see this again here. Scott's coming in here. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Mr. Scott, you watching the game right now?
I am not yet. I'm wrapping this up at Tampa Bay, who's getting ready to score again. And they ran for almost 200 yards in the second half.
Whoa. The Broncos just threw a pick. It was 3rd and 8. Bo Nix threw it deep over the middle. I want to say it was 84.
Hold tight here.
And so it got deflected, going deep. When you see a quarterback taking a shot on 3rd and 8 and it gets deflected, I mean, you're going to punt anyway if you don't get the ball. Someone's down here for the Broncos.
Yeah.
Surtain's arm got rolled up on him.
Yeah, with the QB, you hate to see him take shots at any juncture, but when they're, are you talking about like a turnover, like a tip?
Yeah, it was 3rd and 8. He took a shot down the field. It got deflected and got picked, and it got ran back for about 20 plus yards. So obviously, the Chargers are in better field position than if we just punted. But it's 3rd and 8, and it was the first 2 plays of the game for the Broncos were 2 1-yard runs by Javonte Adams, which I have a question for you about Javonte here in a second as well.
Okay.
But is it one of those where it's like it's the first drive of the game and you're trying to make a statement? I mean, it goes the other way. What would you be looking when you see a quarterback do that?
Well, when you look at Bo, first of all, he's a young guy. Second of all, of course, he wants to make a play. Of course, it's 3rd down. 3rd and 8, you can take a shot early. It depends on your scheme and your game plan going into it. What are you seeing on their defense? What looks you're seeing when you walk to the line of scrimmage? Tip balls are tip balls. I mean, a lot of these, these D linemen, they're big guys now, long arms, and Bo's not the tallest guy.
Well, in clarification, it was tipped in the secondary when like the receiver made a chance on the play, and then in that contact with the defender, the ball gets popped in the air, and the safety caught the ball. Then
that happens, but I think like with Sean, and I'm sure with Bo, I mean, they want to be aggressive. You got to try to make plays, especially early. You want to score, that's the key thing. You want to stay on the field. You want to get down the field and stay on the field and work some clock out and score a touchdown. But these again, I always say it. Those guys on defense get paid too.
They're athletes. Like some of those guys, like I've become friends with David Bruton, the guy you worked with too a little bit. Like, and this is past his playing days, and you're just like, he's still probably one of the best athletes I know. 6 years out of the league.
Oh, they're taking Harbaugh off the field.
Harbaugh?
Yeah. Wow. I've never seen it before. That's not a good sign, buddy, at all.
They got a crew around him taking him off.
Yeah.
Did he get ejected or something?
No, why would he be ejected already? No.
I don't know. I mean, he looked pissed walking off.
You know what? It's got to be a health issue. It has to.
That's
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen. Yeah, see him. Something's going on. He went to the tent.
Let me see what the Twitterverse is saying.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, it's something health-wise. Oh, goodness. I've never in my life seen a coach do that, ever. I've seen players being thrown out of games. I've seen coaches throw players out of games, but I've never seen a coach.
All they said he's left I got Kliss from 9 News is saying Chargers coach Jim Harbaugh left the sidelines, headed to the locker room.
It doesn't say why.
It's pretty early if there's a reason why.
Yeah. Well, he went to the tent. You know how they go in the tent?
Mm-hmm.
When the players are injured? Yeah, he went in the tent. You know what?
They're throwing the ball a little bit more now, too. They're like, oh, coach is gone. Can we my parents are away. Can we throw the ball a little bit more? I was like, hey, mom's not home. I'm going to have another can of Coke here with the sleeve of Oreos because not that she won't see it missing later, but it's a little bit harder for her to get mad. And
Dad's gone. Let's go play.
Yep.
I don't want to speculate. I really, really, really don't. But I'm telling you, in my 30 years, I've never seen him before, ever.
Have you seen head coaches coach from the box? Like when
yes.
they had
No, not a head coach. No. I did. Where was I at? I was somewhere. We had a coach that it wasn't Nolan. It wasn't Holmgren. Maybe I wasn't with it, but a coach got his leg broke on the sideline. So the next couple of weeks he had to be upstairs.
I think I remember hearing that story. I can't remember exactly where or what, but yeah.
It's been a while.
I forget who's the basketball coach that had something similar this last season.
Yeah, no, he got his knee blown out. It was a playoff team. And a really good coach, a longtime coach.
No, that's so. Do you, as an organization, when like a head coach, I mean, this, like you said, you've never seen this in 30 years. Like if someone wants to throw a challenge flag right now, who's got the red flag?
Yeah, well, the thing about it is, Rob, and we used to do this every year, and I hated doing it, but we had to do it, and I'm glad we did do it. Is before the season started, okay, if something happens to me during the game, who's the next coach? Who's the one who's going to call plays? Who's the one that's going to, do the challenges, do that kind of stuff? And it was cool because, I never really thought about it until I became a GM. And that was with Mike Nolan in San Fran. And, we had a game plan for everything. If all of a sudden the OC goes down, who's calling plays? If all of a sudden the DC goes down, who's calling plays? The head coach goes down, who's taking over? The challenges. And we had a game plan, at the beginning of the season, it'd be the same the whole way through the season. But we were, and I'm sure every team's the same way. We were very prepared, very prepared.
When you say that, it's interesting, because I think I mentioned a lot that my wife works in HR for a big company, and they do the same thing. Like, well, what if, especially with leadership, like if someone can't, you're one phone call away from someone going, "Hey, I had a family member get sick and I got to be out for a few weeks."
Sure.
It's like in an organization, you're going, "Boy, if Scott can't be there for a few weeks, what are we doing?"
Yeah, no. And the head coach is saying, okay, say you're driving to work, and you get in a car wreck.
Yep.
Who do you want me to take? Have control of the personnel, the roster. Yeah, no, it was. And it's little things like that, but people understand how the whole organization works. It's really unique. It's a fine oiled machine. I'm telling you, and you got everything covered, and that's why it is what it is.
Especially when you think of all the money on the line as an organization, how much wins and losses means for our teams.
Sure.
It makes sense where you have redundancy.
But again, it's like any good business, it's a phenomenal business, the NFL. I know it's a game, and I get that, as players making plays and doing that and winning games, but there's so many moving parts around it that people don't understand. I'm not saying they don't understand, they just don't recognize.
Big third down and goal here. Big third down and goal. Third and from about just behind the 10. I'm torn here. I got Herbert as one of my fantasy players.
He's a good player. He's not having a good season so far, but they're not throwing the ball a lot now.
Yeah, it's the Harbaugh offense. It's like Michigan.
Certainly.
And that was a great stop there, by the way. Like he had room, and they came in and closed the window.
Oh yeah.
Wow. No, that was impressive. I'm always impressed with defensive players, how quickly windows close.
Oh yeah.
Like guys look open, and you're always wondering, boy, that's a second Charger guy not on the coaching staff going to the locker room already. But like just how quickly those windows close.
No, it's phenomenal. We like last night we watched the college ball, and those guys play hard. Don't get me wrong, but 95% of them will never see the NFL ever. When you get to the NFL, we're talking about serious athletes, football players, intelligence, instincts. No, it's amazing. I've been to a lot of games on the sideline in college, excuse me, over my career. And then you get on the sideline for the NFL, it's a different animal. We're talking 100 miles an hour. And we're talking about pads popping. We're talking about people trying to get people. It's incredible. And these are, full-grown adults like you and I. We're not doing it.
And large, when we say it, like large human beings. It's not like
beyond large.
When I grew up in a small, private high school, and the best athletes, the quick guys, were like the 5'5", 5'7" guys.
Certainly.
Now you have 6'3" guys running the same, if not 6'8" guys running the same speed, and with all the power they have, it's incredible. So Scott, we're at the first TV timeout. The Chargers hit first with just a field goal. Thank goodness it was just a field goal. Hopefully, Coach Harbaugh is okay. Maybe he went to Casa Bonita too with like the K-State quarterback last night.
I hope you're right, but they were following them off. That's not good.
My guess is there was something where it's like, see how the game feels when the game starts, of something like there's not typical surprises like you're talking about. But what were the early games that you watched today? What's the one that stuck out the most to you?
Well, I think Tampa Bay run the ball on the Saints defense. I think that's a good defense. It's not great, but it's always solid. And they're at home, and Tampa in the second half just took over. And their starting running back was out.
The Saints had a huge second quarter. They're putting up 27 in the second. There was some turnover help from Baker in that quarter for the Saints.
When we were talking about earlier, he had 3 picks in the first half, and 2 were tip balls at the line of scrimmage. And again, he's not the tallest guy either, So and that plays in that. That's when people say, well, the size matter. height, length, and all that. It does at every position. But even at quarterback, when you're 6 foot or 6'1" compared to 6'3" or 6'4", they're all those defenses are told going into the week, get your hands in the air, get your arms up, get your arms up, because we get tip balls, and that's Baker's not a tall guy. I mean, he's a big guy, he's a thick guy, he's a strong guy, but he's not a tall guy.
No, it was an incredible early game for all of us. But were you able to watch any of here? Here he is. It's his guy too. Hey, Mr. CJ Anderson. I was just going to ask Scott about if you woke up early to watch your boy Caleb Williams play Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. So Scott,
I did.
What were your thoughts of Caleb Williams here? Progressing as a rookie quarterback here in the NFL.
Every week's getting better and better and better. And that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. He's starting to get comfortable in the scheme, the system, and he's a playmaker. He makes plays. That's why he was the first pick overall, and it's showing up now. And I think Jacksonville. I don't know what's going on there. I hate to say it because my brother works for him, but
bye, Doug. Jacksonville never lose in London. I actually chose Jacksonville in my pick'ems. My whole other family chose the Bears. That was a bad pick, I guess. I thought Jacksonville was going to win, though, just because they always win in London. Like, they always win in London.
Correct. And they're staying there the
Doug
week.
Peterson might be
he's somebody's going to be.
Yeah, Doug Peterson might be. Yeah, somebody's going to be on the way home. It's going to be they staying out there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they play again there next week. That's the owner. He loves the international stuff, which is cool. Whatever. But they're 1-5, and you kind of look at the roster and kind of look at what the quarterback who they just paid and all that. They have a chance to be a playoff team. They're out of it now. I mean, unless they go on a 10-game streak, but that's not going to happen. CJ, that don't happen in the NFL.
Yeah, it's tough. I think the last team that was 1-5 that found its way, I think it was Indy, like a couple years ago.
There's not many, that.
Yeah, that started off that bad and then went on like a 9-game winning streak. It's tough though. It's tough.
Yeah. No, it's they're not. Yeah, and as you're well aware, coaches get fired every year, which stinks, and GMs get fired every year, that stinks. Because it's not just about the individual; it's about the families. And it's but it happens. I mean, shoot, 7 to 8. It's like the average, like the last 5 years. It's just incredible. But you understand how much money is involved in such a big business and ownership and season tickets and all that. I'm sorry, guys.
You're good.
I'm sorry.
Hey, CJ, running back question for you. I've been wanting to ask you today. Javonte started off for the Broncos. They got McLaughlin in there, but he's got 190 yards to start the year so far coming into week 6. Is there a chance if he gets going that he could get 1,000 yards? Do you think there's even 1,000 yards for him in the Broncos offense to run?
I don't. I mean, it all depends how. It all depends how many carries he gets and how that gotta have some explosive runs in there. But right now, I would say no. Right, 5 games in, you only got 190 yards, kind of behind the 8 ball.
The last few weeks, he's been doing better, though. In fairness, it's like
to average 1,000 yards, you only need 63 yards a game or 62 yards a game or something like that.
And he's at 38 right now.
Right, that's tough. That's tough.
But I think CJ, you and I agree on it. He's a pretty good player.
Oh, he can play now. Anywhere else, it's kind of like the David Montgomery thing. You put him anywhere else, and if they revolve a little bit more around him, he can be a player in this league for sure.
But let me ask you this: you being a running back, and I don't know if you ever had an ACL or not, but
full meniscus repair was my only knee.
But how hard is it for a running back who lives on movement, lives on speed, lives on explosion, to come off an ACL surgery?
It's tough to come off any knee surgery. I mean, coming off my meniscus tear, I rushed for 1,000 yards. The next year, I was out. My meniscus tear, I was out for 4 months, 4 to 6 months.
Dang.
And it was one of the hardest rehabs I ever had to do because meniscus messed with the lateral movement. Like I was against the Texans on Monday night, I made a routine cut. I did the whole little knee check thing, and I finished the game with 125 yards. And then I woke up the next Monday. I woke up Tuesday, and knee was big as a balloon. Couldn't walk. Like I had my family at the game. My family had to carry me to my car and to the facility before the Broncos, like, gave me some crutches and let me walk in. And then I ended up getting surgery that Thursday. And that rehab was real. And I just remember during the whole rehab process, like, not trusting my knee. And it took Greek, which shout out to Greek, right? I mean, Greek's not with the Broncos anymore. Obviously, he's been a long time trader. But it took Greek and Peter, like, week 3 of the season for me, like, CJ, your knee is good. But it just psychologically, it just does something to you for so long. Justin Herbert with a bomb, and he throws it way out of bounds. Never has a pass have been completed in the NFL out of bounds, or in the history of football out of bounds. So
I feel like we need the NFL Films music when you say something like that.
I got that.
He's back. He's back. Harbaugh's back.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear what happened to him, CJ?
I heard he was sick or something, right?
Yeah, he was taken off the sideline almost as the game started.
There was 13 something left when he left the field.
Mile high sickness.
We were thinking he went to Casa Bonita with the K-State quarterback.
Uh-oh.
I got to ask you guys, because both of you guys love Jaden Daniels for Washington. Did you guys were able to watch that game against Baltimore at all?
I got a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I saw the highlights. I watched the Game Center where you get, the scoring highlights, kind of like Red Zone. That was impressive what both teams did. Like Washington's, I mean, they lost the game to Baltimore, but they seem like a for real playoff team in the NFC.
Well, especially that division, in my opinion.
Division is
just wide open.
A division that you thought two teams are going to dominate it.
Correct.
Are really not dominating it.
Correct.
And they're dominating it. Oh, good ball, Justin. Oh, my goodness. He's wide open. That's way too much room. Justin Herbert is just
Did Surtain get back out there? I saw he went into the tent with his arm when he got rolled up on early in the game.
I have not. I don't know. I'll tell you in a second. I think he's up top. Yeah, I think he's in there. Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, he's in there.
DB slipped. Can't slip on your own home field, man. It's one of my rules. Not on your home field. It's your. I mean, you don't practice there, but it's your home field. Can't slip on your grass. It's your grass.
You guys, do you ever go to your?
Only during training camp. Like during training camp, we do a fan day, so we'll go out there. Only during training camp.
Yeah.
Outside of that, we're at Dove Valley 99% of the time.
Same thing. Everywhere I've been, it'd be like an inter squad scrimmage for the fans. Green Bay, Seattle, San Fran, Washington. You do it, but you don't practice there. As a matter of fact, you try to keep it right.
Yeah.
You don't want to tear it up.
You don't want to tear it up, right?
I'd be in Washington, old school RFK, but FedEx, I think at the time, and they'd have concerts like on Friday night.
Yep. I've been to a couple concerts at Mile High, like sitting in the stands, like they're sitting in the middle of my field, like no logo, no nothing, like just grass.
Correct.
Yep. No, I went to
hash marks. It's crazy.
I went to the Ed Sheeran
green
concert
grass out there.
I went to Ed Sheeran this year. Was it this year or last year when he was at Mile High there? And that's I think my first concert at Mile High.
Yeah, well, but the thing about it is, they put boards down, but still, they got seats and they got hundreds and hundreds, like probably thousands of people sitting on the field walking around.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, and they're like, well, why is our turf not good today? I'm like, well, we had a concert last Friday.
Oh Telling you.
How long does it take the turf to recover from something like that, or what do they got to do to fix
it? CJ would know this too. They're special. These guys, that's their job. It's just field maintenance. That's their job, and they're incredible.
Right.
Like
I've always loved. Oh wow, touchdown Chargers. I missed that. I missed that. Good rail route. Good ball by Justin Herbert. Throws it out there to the young running back on the rail route. Man-to-man covers by VJ. Linebacker just couldn't run with him. 10-0 Chargers. But I've always – you go to other places in December, like Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
Pitt is the best because Pitt has the Pitt University.
Mm-hmm.
Plays there at Saturdays.
Yep.
And when you see their field in December and November and it's not beat up, it still looks good. It's still playable for us. Knowing the college team had 5 or 6 games on there already, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well,
these dudes are, like he said, these dudes are like magicians when it comes to like fixing the turf.
Yeah. Well, when I was with the Packers, they call it the frozen tundra, which is redundant, but whatever. But they had coils underneath the grass.
Under the grass.
Yep. And then I was probably my 3rd year there. They brought in a new surface, and it was half field turf, half natural grass.
Oh, wow.
And the first team to ever do it was a college team. It's Nebraska.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have to cut it, and they have to water it, but half was grass, half was field turf.
Yeah,
that's an interesting way to do it.
I know. I mean, look at Vegas. Like, I don't even know if you ever paid attention, Rob, but the Raiders play on grass and they roll the grass in.
Oh, it's kind of like an Arizona stadium.
Like Arizona stuff. But if you look at UNLV or all the college teams, they play on turf. They don't even play on grass. So when they roll that grass out, they put the turf down. And it's just crazy how they do it and how they take care of it.
Well,
even the rolling the grass in from Arizona, like, you pull up to the stadium, you'll see the grass outside.
I've seen it roll in, partner.
Yeah, then
we used to play there every year.
All right, like then you getting dressed, you ready to get out, then you get out, you're like, dang, I just saw this grass outside like an hour ago.
It's got that warm sun feel to it.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
No, there's a science to it for sure, 100%.
Wow. So what being down 10-0 here, first quarter, it's early, but look at the Chargers. If you were watching, they were just kind of running the ball up on the Broncos.
Well, that's what Greg do. I told you, Greg. Right now, we know one of VJ's. If anything about the defense of the Broncos' weakness in the first quarter of the season has been stopping the run. Right now, sometimes they had to stop the run because the games have been so tight, or just like last week, Broncos was ahead, but. One thing Greg Roman is going to do is run the football, and you have to come in and stop that.
Well, and so is Harbaugh, you know that.
Yeah, so is Harbaugh. But I think what makes the Chargers in the now, obviously they're 2-2, but in the future too, what's going to make them deadly is that running game is going to be good with Harbaugh and Greg Roman, and now they got a quarterback. Now they got a quarterback who can get it anywhere.
Yeah.
And when they want to throw and need to throw, he can make the throw.
Herbert's at 98 yards already on 8 of 11 passing with that touchdown.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, CJ and Rob, he's not putting up big numbers this year throwing the ball.
Nope.
Because they want to run it. Yeah, it's Harbaugh.
Yeah, I mean, one game I think he was like, literally one game they won, he was like 10 for 17. You never seen
I think
Kellen Moore was throwing the ball 40 times with Herbert last year.
Yeah.
The difference is but they're winning.
Mm-hmm. But I think I saw something this morning. His first 4 games, he's averaging 166 yards passing a game.
Yep.
Something like that, which is ridiculous because I'm with you. I mean, he's very talented, of course, and he's got a chance to be really, really good when it's said and done. He's already good, but his career. But I was amazed by the amount of yards he's thrown for him. Because Harbaugh coming in was saying he is special. He is going to have to be our guy. Early on. And but they, of course, a creature habit. You go back to what you know, and that's controlling the clock around the football.
Yeah, I mean that's just what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
And when, trust me, when they need to throw the ball and need to make throws, that's where Herbert comes in. That's why I was so interested to see. I love the hire when the Chargers did it, because I mean obviously Harbaugh's a quarterback guy, so he's worked with good quarterbacks before.
Sure.
But
he played it.
I was definitely, obviously Harbaugh and Greg Roman are like, oh, Bo, what are we doing? Bo, what are we doing? Okay, Bo. Oh, Bo got the first right there. You had to get it. Wow, that was an interesting scramble over there by Bo Nix. But
Rob, he's ahead of us. He's ahead of us again.
I know, right? Hey, CJ, can you pause for like 30 seconds?
I mean, now when you see plays like this, it's kind of hard to not react to it, right? You'll see it when he's running around. It's kind of hard not to react to it. But what I was going to say, I was surprised that Harbaugh hired Greg Roman. Obviously, they work together. He has a lot of respect for Greg Roman. But because of what Greg Roman likes to do, I've never seen Greg Roman has been known with Colin Kaepernick and Lamar Jackson, guys who are like scramblers running quarterbacks.
Sure.
And Herbert was not that. So I was curious to see how that measure and mix up with a guy like Herbert who can make every throw in the league.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it, CJ, is you're well aware. You've been around a lot of coaches in your career. The good ones adjust.
Yep.
Put the players in the best position to be successful.
Amen.
And I've been around ones that won't do it, like Mike Holmgren, and I love him to death, and he's a Hall of Fame coach, I'm sure, when said and done, whatever, Super Bowl champion, all that. He said it's my system or no system, and I'm like, well, okay, Anquan Bolden. I said, I'm telling you, he's a hell of a football player, coming out, and he's like, I get it, Scott, and I respect your opinion, but he don't fit my system. I'm like, okay, well, I said in my mind, you better hope he doesn't get drafted in our division.
Right.
He did. Arizona drafted him. You kick our tail twice a year. We couldn't stop him. I'm like, okay. But then other coaches were like, just give me a football player. I'll find a way to make him successful. I'll find a defense, a position, a package that highlights his specialties,
Yeah,
and as a personnel guy, I always liked that. I thought the best coaches were ones that could adjust to the quarterback, to the running back, receiver. It doesn't matter to anything. But
let's go deep. Got an open receiver, incomplete. Great defense. If Bo just throws it out there,
Surtain's out with a concussion now.
Jeez, they must have checked on him. Spider must have.
Yep.
Spider must have spotted him.
Or he's a smart kid too. He might have came out.
He might have came out the game. Yeah,
I'm not right.
If Bo throws that to the end zone, that's a touchdown. Bo kind of underthrows that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like watching a movie trailer, Scott. Like something's happening, but you're not sure what yet. It's like CJ gives us just enough to be like, oh, this will be deep pass.
He let it out there.
Yeah, you're right. That was great.
He throws it to the end zone. What about the Bucks today, putting up 51 on the Saints? Spencer Rattler didn't look bad though, huh?
No, he played okay. I was watching.
Spencer didn't look bad today, didn't he?
Yeah, I do a little work for the Bucks, and it's they were up 17-0 quick.
Scott, that actually brings up to one of my questions. Being a Dolphin fan without a quarterback, I think they're looking for Philip Lindsay to play quarterback this week or something for him. So
you'll need Philip. By the way, Philip, good player too.
Oh, I love Phil. I listen to him on the afternoon drive out here all the time. He's out here on the fan, but he was the guy that played quarterback in the COVID game for the Broncos. So that's why, he started.
I got you.
And so, but I would like. I mean, if they're going to go with Spencer Rattler and with the Saints, all of a sudden Derek Carr, he's not a backup quarterback. He's a starter. Trade him out of division, trade him out of the conference, get him over to Miami. He'd pick it up quick there.
Yeah, but me personally, I think that they like Derek. He's hurt. That's why he's not playing.
Well, yeah, but the thing, So was Drew Bledsoe. He was a great player, and he got hurt, and Tom Brady figured it out.
Well, yeah,
but Tom Brady was also winning.
That's a little different animal.
You also got to win to figure out. You can't lose 51-27 and say, "Hey, Spencer Rattler's our guy." Like, no, we just lost 51-27.
The thing, like with the Dolphins, and with Mike, the head coach McDaniel, is you can't force the issue, because if you start chasing something, then most of the time you're going to be wrong, and you start giving up picks, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass next year or 2 or 3, whatever. Now if they know for sure 2 is done for the year, then it's different. Then you go try to get somebody.
Yep.
But
if he's done for the year, don't you think there's even a chance he's done for his career?
Yeah, I don't want to say that because I don't want that to happen. But of course. Of course. Yeah, man, that stuff gets scary now. Scary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got a life ahead of you, I mean, it's not and these defenders aren't slowing down. I mean, they're getting bigger, faster, stronger, and they're coming after you.
Right. It's hilarious. Scott, was you in was you in Seattle when y'all brought Marshawn back?
Yeah.
And man, Robert Turbin did me jank, or not Robert Turbin. Russell Wilson wanted Robert Turbin over me. I had a great workout too. But anyway,
another reason we're glad he's not in Denver anymore.
Anyway,
easy.
Hey, I had a great. Scott can tell you, I had a great workout, and I can say it now. Peter told me that Marshawn was definitely getting back in, and I knew that already. It was during the playoff time.
Yeah.
And I had a way better workout than Robert Turbin, but where it was the familiarity and the things on Robert Turbin, and that's why he got back before me. But anyway, right? Sure. I mean, I would have had some good games in Seattle just that little time.
Yeah. But the thing about with Turbin, while we drafted him, because of his work at the combine, his speed, and of course he was a big, good-looking
big guy, big guy.
Yeah, but and it's fine. But he was a straight line guy.
Right.
There's no wiggle. I mean, and not really many instincts. He wasn't, like boom, 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 boom. He'd just be like hand the ball to him, A gap, whatever, and he's just going straight downhill.
But the reason why I'm saying that, you talk about the defenders being faster.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, because obviously I'm cool with Sean. Sean said in one of them games he got like popped. Like Sean don't get hit. Y'all, if you know Sean, you've seen Sean run. Sean don't get caught. And he said he was hit by this young player, and this young player was just so fast. And he was like, that's how I know I need to retire. The game is catching me. I'm not catching the game no more. And it's these defenders, like Scott said, they're just getting faster and getting bigger and getting better. They're just getting better as like life goes.
It's incredible.
The evolution of them is just growing.
It's incredible. It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, think about it, CJ. You'll know this. Remember the night I first started scouting, whatever, 25, 30 years ago, go to the combine. If you had 3 or 4 guys run 4.4,
you were happy.
That was impressive.
That was a good day. Right.
You're like, dang.
Now it's like
shoot, now 4.4 is slow.
Right.
They're running 4.2s.
Yeah.
How's it change? And the thing about it is, it's not enhancements, steroids, whatever you want to call it, because they get tested.
Yeah, it's just like
you said,
next generation. Like I don't know if I think it was the 2018 or 19 combine. Every receiver in DB was like 4.4 and less.
Yeah.
Like every single one was 4.4 and less. Like that's crazy.
Wow.
They had like 6 guys in a row run 4.3 in a row. I'm
like you that was rare, like he said. That was rare 10 years ago. That was rare.
I tell coaches, I'm like, we need to go down and measure that 40. I think I'm running 38.
Because they are just rolling.
Well, and the thing is too, when I first got into the league, this is mid 90s, 6'3", 290, 300-pound center, perfect. Now they're 6'3", 300. They're too small.
Too small.
Too small.
Mm-hmm.
They can't play in my system. I'm like, what? Why can't they?
He is being honest about that.
How come all my junior high basketball players seem smaller than ever? Where are all these big kids at? Like, they're not in Colorado and Littleton, I can tell you that. That's for sure. But so speaking of, we're at the end of the first quarter here. It's 10-0. Broncos are down to the Chargers. Is like it looks like they're just moving the ball, like they're taking their plays, they're getting their 5 or 6 chunk plays for the Chargers. CJ, what's VJ got to do to slow these guys down?
Well, got to try to get some pressure on Herbert, but it's hard. Can't do too many run blitzes because you know you're playing a head coach and a coordinator that likes to run the ball. And if all those blitzes get blocked up, now you give up big runs. But you got to find a way to get Herbert. Herbert just looks way too comfortable right now.
Yeah.
Right? Different than what the Broncos have done in the past. They make quarterbacks very uncomfortable, getting to them, harassing them, sacks, right? There's some games they had 5-6 sacks in games. So you got to get them, you got to get uncomfortable. Then you got to get off the field on third down. I mean, you just see it right here, right? The Chargers are 3 for 4 on third down. You got to get off the field on third down.
Well, and the thing about it too, Rob, is working with VJ and knowing VJ, he'll adjust. You know, now some days you have bad days, you know, and that's just they get momentum. You can't slow them down.
I got to imagine it's a bad day too when the defensive player of the year candidate is out for most of the game with a concussion too. Like, that doesn't help like you said, we were talking about Scott before you got here, CJ. There's always a plan for the replacement. Because like Harbaugh's back on the sideline, and when Harbaugh went out, I was like, what's the backup plan when the head coach goes out? What's the backup plan when your top defensive player goes out?
Yeah, I wonder how that works, Scott, like with the refs, because, you know, the head coach is the only person that can call timeout. Like, who lets the ref know that the head coach is not here and now I'm active head coach?
It's talked to before the game. It's talked to. Yeah, I was telling Rob, you know, when I first came to GM, they're like, okay, it was Mike Nolan's head coach in San Fran. And he's like, okay, what happens if you're coming to work and you get in a wreck? Who's your next personnel guy? Who's going to be in charge? Mm-hmm. Then we had the same thing with the coaches, you know, so he gets the red flag. Okay. The coordinator goes down. This guy's calling plays, whatever.
CJ, I want to be your backup when you're a head coach. I want to be your backup.
Hey, it's a tight ship where I'm at, baby. I'm running it just like the coaches in the league. You ain't gonna know what's going on too much.
I'm gonna be like, CJ's not here. I guess we're running to the right. Okay, he's still not here. We're running to the left. Okay, it looks like he's coming back. Running up the middle, guys. Here we go.
I'll tell you this, Rob. Just give the ball to the best player the most times, and you'll be okay.
Yep, you'll be all right.
It's usually like, it's amazing how most sports are that way. Like, that's what basketball is. It's like, who's the best player? Get him the ball. Who's in football? Who's the best guy? Get him the ball.
100%. 100%.
So, who's the best hockey player? Get him the ball. CJ, how you do some work behind the pipes this morning? Between the pipes?
Just a little bit, man. I'm ready.
Okay. Just keep getting ready. Keep getting ready. I'm going to keep spreading the rumors that you're training for it. So
the Chargers are just moving the ball at the will. I mean, they're not, but like, look at it. They're not even getting to Herbert, sniffing Herbert. They had so much time back there.
Yeah, they're on a heater right now. Their offense is
rolling.
Yep. You know how that goes. You know, sometimes you're on it, and sometimes
like, what do you got to do to get him off schedule here? You got to, you know,
switch it up. Now you got to bring some pressure.
Yep.
You gotta, you know, somebody just has to make a play. But like right there, like that's a gain of 3 on the run. But you see the D lineman, he got in there so quick. But then you get in there quick thinking pass rush, and it's run. Like, that's what makes it tough. Chargers are just a team full of injuries. Like, the history of the Chargers.
Correct.
It doesn't matter who's coaching there, who's the strength staff. They go through a lot of injuries. It's just an injured thing. And there's a touchdown, David Montgomery. What a run. Sorry, it was a game break.
He's a good player.
Oh, I love him.
Yep.
That's a good game down there in Dallas.
Hey, the Panthers are up early on the Falcons, 7-0 as well.
Yeah, I'm watching that game on the other screen. It's 3rd and 5. 35.
Steelers and Raiders are in a close one, 6-7. Is Russell Wilson playing yet, or is that next week?
He's not playing yet.
He's not playing.
No, he's a healthy scratch.
He is a healthy scratch now.
What do you think of Dulcich as the tight end for the Broncos being a healthy scratch? I think this is at least the second week in a row.
What was it, a healthy scratch?
Yeah, he's inactive and he's healthy.
Really?
Yeah. He's been dropping balls and he's not really a blocking tight end. So they're like, well, if you're not going to catch it.
The other tight ends are playing better than you at the moment too. I've been a healthy scratch once or twice in my career. It gets you back on track. It lets you know that you need to get your stuff together during the week of practice so you can get back to playing. So it's worked against me before for sure.
What Peter call up and tell you when you were a healthy scratch?
What the F are you doing? What's going on? what's going on?
It's like having like an agent like Peter. We can talk about him because he's not here, and so he's somewhere in a winery up in New York. But is that like having like another parent, kind of like checking your grades? Like, oh, I talked to your teacher today.
Pete didn't have to worry about me. I was one of those in the client list where it's like, I know CJ's going to take care of business. CJ's all about ball. But CJ going to call me about ball me and Pete talked at least 3 times a week, right? On Tuesday on my off days, Fridays before games, and then Sunday after games. But it was all football. And obviously, it's kids. I love Gavin and Lillian. I love Lil and Gav, right? So I was different than his other clients. I was actually in Denver. So I can also pull up to the house whenever. But I was all football, and Pete knew that. And that's where me and Pete relationship grew. We kept it all football. Whenever I felt need to complain or to give something, I can bounce it off of him, and he'll just sit there and listen and take it. Then it's like, okay, now what do we do? Wow, Justin Herbert, there's another pass that will never be completed in the history of the NFL because it was out of bounds. But Herbert is just too good to just be throwing the ball way out of bounds. That's all I'm trying to say. He wasn't throwing it away.
I got a question to follow up on it's never been completed when thrown out of bounds. It's never been intercepted either, right?
Yeah, it's never been intercepted either.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I just didn't want to clarify.
The ball lands out of bounds. It just never has been it's never a good time. But so that's one thing about me and Pete's relationship. It was all ball, right? He never really had to check on me or do any of those things. Because I was always focused on what the task was.
Well, did he? By the way, on that one that he threw out of bounds, was he expecting his receiver to cut back?
I have no idea.
No,
I just think he missed through it.
He missed through
it. Yeah. I don't think so. I just think he missed through
it. I'm just catching up to you guys. I'm in 1995, so
you don't. When you go to training camp, they'll put a red line on the field 5 yards away from the sideline.
Yep.
And you don't want to lead your guy towards the sideline. That's the reason they do the red line. That's where the quarterback, and that pass right there, that was just a bad pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
You tell the receivers hold the red line, so you give the quarterback room to fade you to the sideline, but not out of bounds.
Yep.
No, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You also get a yellow line too for the slots.
Yep.
But it's easy in college. In college, you just say the logo because usually that's where the logo is. Like I need your landmark as a logo.
Yeah. Yep.
BJ's bringing pressure here. All right, they haven't blitzed yet, but here they come.
BJ will get pissed off now.
There it goes. See?
He'll get aggressive.
Touchdown, B. John Robinson. We talked about that kid yesterday. He's special.
Oh, yeah.
I got both games on. But that's where you go. You see that pressure, right? Get Justin Herbert off his spot. Make Justin Herbert bad ball. That's what you want. That's what BJ has to do. More of that. And have tight coverage. Now, it's hard to play. It's hard to call man-to-man when your best man-to-man corner is not in the game, though.
Correct.
I agree with that.
But what you want to do, CJ, is you're well aware is the fact to make the quarterback think about the pass rush. Don't let him sit back there and just be a piece. Let him worry about it. let him worry about it.
BJ brought the cross dog pressure again. That might be a flag. Yep.
Well, it's all right.
You're a little too early. No, I'm talking about the DB. He was early. Good pressure, right? Made Justin Herbert get the ball out really quick, right? Obviously, that comes from the last pressure. But the DB was a tad early.
You get these quarterbacks thinking you got them. Man, that's a pretty dang good play now. Wow.
He was early.
All right. That's still a hell of a play.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. They just showed the replay.
Yeah,
maybe not. Maybe he was on time.
Looked like bang bang.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the replay yet, but
I just saw the play. That was close.
I thought he was early, but then when I watched the replay, I thought he was right there. Good play.
Looking at it live, I haven't seen the replay yet. It looked like it was bang bang right there. Yeah, he had some contact before. Yeah. Man, that's tough, man.
Yes, like I said, we talked about one of my rule changes. Like, you're gonna have some contact at the top. Like,
it's PI. What's one of the hardest calls for an official to make in an NFL game? Like the judgment calls like that.
It's PI, I think.
Yeah, pass interference is definitely one of them.
Yeah, because the other stuff you can screw up. Like a fumble, and you think you might be down, but you don't blow the whistle because you got replay. And replay will cover you. But PI, it's just judgment.
And they tried to change that rule. They tried, I don't know. Remember, Scott, a couple years back, they tried to you could challenge pass interferences, and that I guess that just didn't work.
It didn't. Yeah, because what was happening was the games were too long.
And you start seeing challenges. And you start seeing I missed the defensive hold-in, but they're challenging PI. I can't even go back and take the hold-in.
Yeah.
You start to see that. Oh, sack, fumble, Broncos football.
I was going to just say, how important is the
hold? Oh no, they got it back.
Talking about the fouls like that, I relate a lot of stuff to basketball because that's my sport, where it's like you yell at an official where it's like, you called it out of bounds, it was our ball. They're like, yeah, but your guy fouled him. We just didn't call the foul. We gave them the ball instead of getting another foul on CJ.
Herbert got that sack fumble back. That'd have been a big turnover. But this is what you need right here. Get Herbert on his spot. This is how you change it up.
Well,
it happened in the red zone. It needs to happen way further before that. But
I'm telling you, CJ, VJ will adjust.
Of course.
He's a smart D coordinator now.
Love Vince, right? Love Vince. Always have.
He likes getting after the quarterback.
When he was our head coach, I played for him.
Yeah,
that was my guy, man. And still my guy today. I know a lot of Bronco fans and a lot of Bronco people out there didn't like him as our head coach, but we feel VJ.
Is VJ going to be the head coach at Jacksonville next year?
If they end up getting rid of Dougie P.
You can't be throwing that stuff out there this early in the season. You can't.
Okay. I'm a fan. I can speculate. That's like so here's a speculation, Scott. I threw this out to you guys in the text thread earlier. I saw this on some Instagram reel, so it's legit. Is the idea that the Browns poison pill. By the way, the Chargers just hit the field goal. It's 13-0 here, about 6.5 left in the first half. But the poison pill to get rid of Deshaun Watson after this year, because they owe about $80 million on his contract, is trade him to a team that's got the cap room and send him with the first round pick, and then the other team can cut him.
Good luck.
And basically sending draft picks to get him out of your system.
No, it would be, first of all, you can't trade him. No one's going to trade for him right now. He hasn't played well since he came back. And, he missed some time. I get it. And it's tough, especially with a quarterback. But he hasn't played well. And they have a pretty good offense. Now they're getting Chubb back, I guess, next week, which will help out quite a bit.
And they're missing 3 offensive linemen right now, too.
Yeah.
But he's been getting hit.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this: Stefanski will be gone before Deshaun Watson will be. That's just football.
I don't know that. I think and I don't know how the locker room is. I've heard some negative things about it with him, which kind of surprises me because when he was at Houston, when they made the trade,
loved him. They loved him. That's what I'm saying.
And he was playing well. I mean, I thought he's a top 5 quarterback, hands down. Easy. And, the trade was made. I'm like, dang, look out. But then all the other stuff came out, how it went. And, then he got injured last year, missed quite a bit of time. But for some reason, it's just not working there, But if I was a general manager of a team and looking for a quarterback, I would check into it. But you can't afford that. You can't. It's not worth it. I mean, because there's a reason why he hasn't played well, this year. There's a reason why, because he's healthy. He's had the full off season, the whole package. So I'd be very, very with the price tag. I'd be very, very nervous about doing it.
What about if you're just trying to so in the 2025, obviously the number of players on the roster is different. They got to fill the guys out, but the Patriots have 118 in effective cap space. Commanders have over 100. The Cardinals have over 100. Then it drops off to the Jets. I'm not saying trade for him, but hey, we'll take we'll use our salary cap to cut him, but we're going to take a first and then a couple other picks. We're basically paying for draft picks. How much would you? If you're a team that's rebuilding, you got a rookie quarterback, so you have some room in your salary cap, but you can go add
big run
draft
by
capital.
Javonte Williams right there. Nice little 12-yard run. That's what you need to get going on offense.
Yeah. Is this something you'd look into? You're like, hey, I got the salary cap, but I can go get a first and a couple other ancillary picks to go have 2 years of kind of same thing with the Russell Wilson. Split the cap up amongst 2 years. It's not that bad. Then.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, you watch the tape, you're not going to do it. Why would
you're just playing bad.
Yeah,
you're just not going to grab a guy like.
Yeah, I mean, now if it's Dan Marino or John Elway or Peyton,
I was going to say if it was a guy who has the history of
but I'm talking about trading for him. Like Scott, you're with the Browns, I'm with the Patriots. You go here, we'll take him. I'll cut him. It's going to come off of my cap. I don't want him in my locker room. But I just want the draft picks you're sending with them.
Yeah, I never heard of that before. I've done a lot of trades too in my life.
Hear what you asking for? You asking for a dream, a pipe dream.
You're getting too fancy.
Yeah, you playing Madden right now.
I know.
In real life.
Fair enough.
Bo, he's open. You can't throw it low, Bo. We got to step into our throw there. 3rd and 6 for the Broncos.
We need a sustained drive here. A field goal here. We started with the ball, so Chargers are going to get it back in the second half. We got to put some points up here before half.
Sean Peyton going home next week, huh? That'll be fun.
Thursday night.
Yep. CJ, how much of a jersey guy are you? What do you think of the Broncos jerseys? This
orange and blue is interesting. It's something I would have been excited to wear. So I like to say it that way. Good first down right there, Bo. That's a good read. Good catch by Cortland Sutherland. Moving the sticks. You're kind of in 2-minute mode. You can play on some tempo. This might help the Broncos playing on that tempo, getting on the ball.
I think Bo's better doing that.
Of course.
Playing a tempo. I think
it's simple. It's one-word calls. It's simple. It's easy.
Well, and you don't have to think too much. You just go. Boom, boom, boom.
Javonte Williams just put the ball on the turf.
Can't do that.
That's why the kid is
can't do that.
Not gonna play as much. Fumble by the Broncos. That is their 2nd turnover. Not do that right there.
Tough to win.
Khalil Mack. The Mac Man, strongest player I've ever played against.
Oh, yeah?
The what player?
Strongest player I have ever played against.
No kidding.
He is a strong dude.
No kidding. I never knew that. I mean, I knew he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I knew him coming out. I know he's had a hell of an NFL career, pass rusher. I didn't know he was a strong guy. Huh?
He is.
I got you. No, I trust you. I believe you.
Like,
wow,
that strength is crazy, unbelievable.
Huh? It's funny how you running backs identify that stuff, because Frank Gore was always the same way. He's like, nah, this guy's a dog. This guy, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. You gotta be careful. This other guy, he said, I'll run right through him. Don't worry about it.
I was like, dude. I've told Matt. I've told Khalil Mack. Like, I was like, bro, what are you doing all season? Like, how are you this strong?
Moving semis around.
Like, it's his strength was impressive. I haven't really, and obviously it sounds like I'm like over exaggerating. Like, I've played against JJ Watt, and you think JJ Watt is this big strong dude? Like,
sure.
I've gotten under JJ and handled my own against JJ, but I blocked Khalil 1-on-1 and had no chance because, like, truly pushed back. I'm a big dude too, man. I'm a strong dude myself.
Oh, yeah.
Truly pushed back. I was like, oh, this dude different. This is a different strength. This is a strength that.
No, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. So getting close to halftime for a number of games. It's under 4 minutes left for the Steelers-Raiders. Raiders are up 7-6 in another barn burner between the Raiders and Steelers teams playing.
Gotta love what's going over there, right? Raiders playing O'Connell, and then the Steelers still trying to win with Justin Fields, who has not really played lights out all season. He has some good moments, but hasn't played lights out all season. So
correct.
Yeah. The Lions are up 10-3 on the Cowboys just to start the second quarter.
Here we go, Detroit.
And the Falcons and Panthers are tied up with about 14 to go in the half as well.
Yeah, play action right there. Nice little pass to Kyle Pitts. I thought Kyle Pitts will be – I don't think he's being used right. I thought he would be
I thought he was going to tear up the league.
So good.
I did too.
Ain't too many tight ends as good as he is.
Well, as a mismatch, he's not a blocker.
He's not a blocker. No, he's a receiver.
Mismatch. Oh yeah, no, he was coming out. He was special now.
Even Freckles over here thinks I'm the wrong shoulder that Kyle Pitts is being misused. Freckles is on the couch. She's blending in there with the pillows. She was wore out from the CU K-State game last night.
So was Peter.
So
too funny.
I was waiting for them to just start answering calls. Someone calls the lobby for room service and Peter to answer it.
They don't have room service at Fairfield.
Not at the Fairfields.
No.
I wonder if he woke up and got his waffle.
I guarantee he did.
He woke up and got his waffle. Life is good. We got 39 coming up for the Broncos.
I was waiting for him to take a call. Like, yeah, no, we can get you a wake up call. We can get you a wake up call. What time do you need to wake up?
Yeah, people walking by him he was trying to talk to, and they had no time for him. They just kept going. Right. I got to do laundry
at 1 in the morning.
People aren't looking for conversations.
You know you're not cool if they're not talking to you at 1 in the morning. DJ brings pressure.
Oh,
they did not. They picked the pressure up, completed pass, first down, but now the receiver is down and hurt again on the Broncos sideline. So now the Broncos trainer is checking him first.
Did you guys see the game earlier? I can't remember what game it was. Where the ball guy, it wasn't a ball boy, it was an adult.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think he broke his leg. They put him in that air cast right.
It was Will Levis with Nashville.
It was in Tennessee.
Yep.
Tennessee to Indy.
Yep.
Yeah,
that poor guy.
I've had my fair share, like, running into camera people, running into people.
Sure.
And sometimes it's like, I'm coming full speed, bro, and you see me coming.
Get out of the way.
And I don't know if you can get out of the way fast enough, or does it register to you like, oh, my God, he's coming to me. Like, I'm trying to avoid you, and I can't. Right?
Yeah,
not only am I running full speed, I've been pushed
CJ, what we used to tell people is get off the tracks when the train's coming. Like,
yeah, I just like the camera dude. I remember when I ran into one camera dude, he was like, I got to get the shot. I'm like, bro, you're going to hurt me and you. Like the shot that.
You got the shot, all right.
Yeah, trust me. Your production crew is not going all these time in the game. Your production crew is not going to worry about the shot.
Well, and especially nowadays, there's so many people on the sideline. I mean, it's incredible.
Yes.
You know, I had a coach. Well, we had a coach when I was in Green Bay. We were playing the Cowboys in the old stadium in playoffs, and Gil Haskell was his name. He was the offense coordinator for Holmgren.
Oh, good stuff.
And he was on the sideline. You know, in the old Cowboy Stadium, there wasn't much sideline. It's kind of like CU to a point, you know. Yep. And it was AstroTurf, of course. And you know, CJ, everything underneath that's concrete. That's it. And he got rolled up on talking to a player on the sideline. Didn't see it coming. Fractured the skull. Never the same guy ever again. Ever.
Wow.
Ever.
Ooh.
Ever.
And then the security people.
Correct.
I think they do them the worst because they're not watching the game.
They have their backs to you.
They got their backs to you. So if you run into them, it's completely. They're like relaxed. It's like a car accident. They're relaxed.
Yeah.
And they're getting blasted, and they're completely like. And I've seen one security guy like look at the fans like, "Why you didn't tell me he was coming?" So I got out the way. Like,
well, the smart ones are watching the Megatron now.
Yeah, the Megatron, so they can see it. Right?
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming.
But I like the security people. I think they do them the worst because they're just not looking at the game.
It must be paid pretty good because why did you go to a game and not watch it?
Yeah, that's big time right there. I know if I'm security, I'm leaning on the wall watching the game. If
I'm clapping. I'm
doing all that. Let's go.
I'm high fiving guys.
I'm high fiving the stands. Yeah. You can't come down here, but yeah.
You're getting your supervisor. Hey, CJ, how's your section looking? Oh, they're good, guys. They're good. Hey, guys, don't misbehave. Don't get me in trouble. Let's go, team.
We got to run the ball more on third downs. Are you watching the game? No, I'm watching the fans.
Yeah.
We're good.
The fans are telling me we got to run the ball.
Yeah, there you go.
I heard we're supposed to make this like a relationship job, like get to know the fans, right? Can you imagine being a security person at a concert you don't even like?
No.
That'd probably be the worst.
No. I'm just saying that they must get paid pretty good. I'd have to. Yeah. I would guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're a part of the stadium. So I think they do security for like all events that happen at the stadium.
Yeah. Well, what do they honestly do when like college?
Good play call. Great play call right there by the Chargers. Right, brought the tight end screen. Right, pressure come. It looks like you're finna get Herbert. They just slip the tight end on the screen. Good play call.
You know what? I wonder what happened. Maybe it happened, and this is just speculation. Don't think it's true. They've had like 3 players going there now. I wonder if they got food poisoning from the hotel.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Well,
right? Harbaugh, right? Players, because they're not like injured. You're right.
No, they're like sick or
they're
something.
Sick, throwing up.
Yeah,
good run by J.K. Dobbs right there. That power, that gap scheme. Harbaugh old school now.
Oh yeah.
He going down, pull around, kick out, let's go.
It ain't gonna change either.
At all.
By the way, to start the game here, Justin Herbert we're about approaching the 2-minute warning here. 16 for 23, 176 yards with a touchdown, 1 sack. Bo Nix, 2 for 7 for 14 yards with a pick.
Sheesh.
Wow.
Javante's got 23 yards. McLaughlin's got 8.
Hey, look at the time of the possession. I bet you it's completely different by like a mile.
Let's see here.
Harbaugh and them has been controlling the clock. They had the ball after
half. 20:05 to 7:55.
Yeah, like you can't win if you can't score. Can't score if you ain't on the field.
Correct. But that's Harbaugh's style, you know that.
Oh, 100%.
Control the clock.
Play good defense, run the ball.
Yep.
How come teams like the Chargers just did this, like go to line up with like 6 seconds left before the 2-minute warning? Are they just not looking at the game clock? Or are they just always looking at the play clock more than?
If I can get a free 5, I'm going to take it. They can sit there and hard count you. Because some pass rushers look at the play clock or the game clock to try to jump it, knowing you got to snap it with 1 second left. So if I can get a free 5 by somebody doing that, that's great.
But the thing is, Rob, I think sometimes there's so much going on with these quarterbacks, even the veterans, that they don't realize it. You know, I'm amazed, and it's probably I don't know. I've never been a play caller or any of that stuff, but I'm amazed that the OC or whoever's calling plays like, listen, we got 10 seconds on the clock for the 2-minute. You know, if they want to run the play, and like CJ's saying, sometimes they just want to try to dry you off.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and another one as a play caller. Yeah, another one like why I would do it as a play caller. I might come out in a formation that I haven't shown to see how they're going to play that formation, so I know what play call to call in that formation.
Smart, very smart.
So that's another one that I would use it for too. Like I would come out in a formation, be like, oh, they lined up like this. They lined up how I wanted them to, or oh, they might be bringing pressure in this formation. So when I come out, when I run that again, I have a sense of what's coming, so I can make the right play call.
Yep, that's smart. I never thought about that. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense.
I told you, baby, I'm ready. I'm just waiting on somebody to give me the opportunity, and when they give me the opportunity, it'll be the best decision they made.
I heard Kirby Smart's going to go coach the New York Jets, so maybe the Georgia job's going to open up.
No way that happens. No way Kirby leaves Georgia.
It was one of those like spoof.
He's making more money at Georgia than he would with the Jets.
Right.
His lifespan
is longer His lifespan is more at Georgia than it is with the Jets.
The media down there is a little different.
What? Yeah, Kirby would good play, Broncos. Way to stay home.
I don't know about you, Scott. Every time he does that without some great, like, I'm still like in a FedEx commercial right now.
I just got back to the live feed for my TV. I think I'm ahead of you, and of course, CJ's ahead of us.
Oh, Chuba Hubbard. Oh, it's out of bounds. That's another game I'm watching.
The ball snapped right now with the Chargers.
Thank you.
Oh, boy. Nice play, kid.
I got breakfast, fellas. Sorry.
Oh.
It's all right.
What's for breakfast?
I got potatoes, eggs, toast, and bacon.
Nice.
You.
So you didn't get a waffle?
You're a big timer.
Nah. Shout out to Grams. Nothing like when Grams cook breakfast.
Nothing better.
Nothing better. All right. Just remember waking up Sunday morning or Saturday morning and do your chores. After you do your chores, got a good breakfast waiting for you.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
I had a Copenhagen. That's my breakfast.
We're almost at halftime here.
You want some water?
Sure. Since I'm almost out of that one.
I'm more of a coffee guy for breakfast more than Copenhagen. I mean, I guess you could probably throw some in the filter there and I'd be like, why am I so jittery?
On the weekends, I don't spoil myself. I do coffee during the weekdays because I got to watch tape all day. Right?
Come on, tackle. What are we doing? We got to tackle better there, Broncos. Got to tackle better. Make DBs tackle, though.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. No, BJ's got him. He just needs to do some adjustments.
Can we just hold him to a field goal here? I'd be okay with basically being down two touchdowns and 2-point and a 2-point conversion.
2nd and 2. Throws it away. Yeah, the tough part for VJ, like the defense is playing solid, but they've been on the field all day.
Yeah. Oh, no.
They've been on the field all first half. It's only 30 minutes. You just said 23 of those minutes went to the Chargers.
21. Let me reset this, see where we're at. Yeah. 20. It's not updated yet, but
yeah.
21 minutes to 8 minutes, basically.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't play like that.
No,
That's
your
way
defense
too much.
Defense will wear down, yeah.
And you got the ball to start the game.
First touchdown. Wow, I don't think he got in, though. I think they need to challenge that. He might have got in, but it didn't look like he got in. That is off the Javonte Williams fumble. Think about that too.
If you're the head coach, you got Javonte. Is he going back in the game in the second half?
Oh, that is a touchdown. He reached it. Wow, good reach. You gotta see what your other backs got first. He did get in. That's a good reach. Think about it. Remember, Javonte fumbled with like 4:33 left in the first half.
Yeah.
It's a minute left. That's how long they had the ball. That's Harbaugh. That's crazy. That's crazy.
He got that, huh?
Yeah, he reached across.
Let me see.
When I said 30 points, I said 30 points for the Chargers, CJ. That's what I meant.
It's cool, man. I'll take my coffee. I'll take the cancellation. I'll take the cancellation, man. I don't owe you anything. Y'all would have bought me a scone with your scone.
So like if I lose this overall, you save some calories too, is what you're saying.
That's it, man. That's it. I hated the game to be like this though.
I didn't either.
But then also, I know why the game is like this. I mean, you just said it. Time of possession. They don't have the football.
But if there's ever like NFL coming back for 3 touchdowns in the second half, it's not impossible. It's a little bit tougher when you don't start with the ball. But I mean, I guess coming back from Harbaugh too is a little bit tough because he doesn't give the ball up.
Well, I was going to say you got to stop them.
Yeah.
You got to get 3 and outs. Have to. You got to get pressure. You got to make the quarterback anxious. You got to make plays.
Well, with a minute to left, you got the good old New York Mets traveling to the Dodgers today for the first game.
Yeah.
NLCS.
How many home runs for Ohtani tonight?
He's been on a cold slump for a little bit.
Like he's under 500. He's under 300, and people are like, oh, he's a little cold.
He went 0 for 3 last game, 0 for 4 last game.
Well, before that too, but that happens in baseball. You get hot, you get rolling. I don't know when the last time he's hit home run. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, last game of his year.
Probably against the Rockies.
Yep, last game of the year. If the Broncos with one timeout can run a 2-minute drill successfully in Mile High and get to the point where they can get the field goal range,
correct.
Then this is a good half. This is a good way to end the half.
They need some points.
Bo, what are we doing, Bo? I don't know if he's in.
You get them young quarterbacks or inexperienced quarterbacks down in a game, these defenses can just tee off.
Amen. Here comes the pass rush. Wow, a little trickery by the Lions and beautiful trickery. Touchdown, Laporta.
He's a good player.
17-3. Yeah, he can play.
Yep.
He can play.
Iowa.
Cowboys is wearing blue at home. And maybe that's why they're losing.
They're trying anything.
Good ball, Bo. Good catch. Cortland Sutherland. Touchdown, Broncos.
What?
Oh, no,
Really?
no.
Oh,
He should have scored. But now it's first and goal. First and 10 inside the red zone. Oh, there's a flag. They just showed the flag late on my screen. Holding offense number 77. Oh. That is the type of play you need before the end of the half.
Correct. Well, and they should put it in their mindset now, the D coordinator for the Chargers, you know?
Yep, he held.
Like,
He held the crap out of him, too. Good ball, Bo. Good execution. Come on, move your feet, guard.
Oh, you're right. The flag doesn't show up on the screen until a little bit.
Yeah, it showed up so late. I'm excited about the play. Then it showed up super late. I thought Cortland was going to score, though, because he had a lot of room.
Yeah, he should have. That's holding.
Yeah, that's holding. It was a good call.
Yeah.
That's a terrible call. It's against the Broncos.
You gotta be honest with yourself, partner.
The person I lie to the most is myself, anyway.
What about Freckles?
Oh yeah, Freckles has got us well trained. So she's like, it's hard to lie to her. Like she's the one probably to help me with my diet the most. Is now because like all of a sudden you go to the pantry at 1:00 in the morning, all of a sudden the dog gets out of bed, wakes up my wife. It's like, hey, the dogs are like, hey, that sounds like a package that I would like too.
3rd and 12, Bo's trying to make a play, throws it back across the field. That's a no-no.
Be careful.
Incomplete, 4th and 12. Broncos end up getting no points on the drive.
Man.
The holding call kills the drive. And there's another touchdown by that special man, B. John Robinson. Oh, it's a flag on that play. It might be coming back. It looked so easy, y'all. He made it look easy.
Yeah, both struggling. The whole offense is struggling.
Hey, the Steelers are at halftime against the Raiders, up 12-7.
All right, let's go Steelers.
The Lions are up 17-3 on the Cowboys.
Wow.
Oh, he got folded. Oh my goodness, he's hurt.
Which game you watching?
He's not hurt. You'll see it. This Charger game, he got folded. His helmet popped off. I thought he would have been hurt. It's a nasty tackle.
And the Falcons or the Panthers. The Panthers are up 10-7.
Good for them.
Falcons.
Well, Falcons just scored, but there's a flag on the play.
Hey, at halftime here, we're going to ask you what happened to the Cardinals, what happened to the Texans against the Patriots, and then
how did Drake May look? How did Drake May look today?
He looked actually pretty good in spurts for a
up
rookie.
And down. Yeah, up and down. Up and down. Their offensive line is so suspect. He's on the scramble every snap.
They tried to protect him by not playing him this year.
Yeah,
that didn't happen because
I know that
him getting hurt.
I know that feeling. Don't worry, and it never works the way you want it to. I had a 20-year-old quarterback.
Why are they going for 2? Okay, shut up, CJ. You don't know what you're talking about.
Do you ever go for 2 in the first half, CJ?
If the analytics say, I mean, I just seen
they got it.
I don't know why they went for 2. It's 15-10. You still, even if you go up 14-10, they still need a touchdown to win the game. I don't get it, or to take the lead.
I would say it's easy to score in the NFL, but from the 2-yard line, I feel pretty confident that you should have enough plays. I'm actually surprised more teams don't do it, but I think it's the fear of playing it safe versus the courage to go win.
If you don't get the 2, it hurts you.
Hey, Shaka. Hold tight, guys. I got to use the restroom real quick.
Okay.
Cal Bears learned that yesterday.
Right, but like they kind of did a goofy play to get it. I'm talking like just run like you tell me you can't get 2 yards.
It ain't easy, man.
I'm not saying it's easy. There's nothing easy. Except maybe an extra point. That's kind of easy.
That ain't easy either. Maybe the extra point.
We're officially at halftime here. Were you able to watch many? Did you watch your boy Caleb Williams against the Jaguars?
Nah, I did not. And I didn't even choose him. I'm mad about that.
And then what about did you watch the Packers and Cardinals? That's the game they had here out in Denver.
I watched a little bit of it.
What happened with the Cardinals today? I mean, Marvin Harrison got a concussion early in the game. I'm sure that put a damper on what the Cardinals were trying to do offensively, but they have other weapons. They have ways to score. They got Kyler Murray. Like, are they really 21 points less than the Packers?
It's turnovers and struggle. They're struggling on offense.
The Colts, I think it was Joe Flacco. They said they want to give one more week for Anthony Richardson before he comes back from his sprain. Colts are 3-3 now, beating the Titans.
Yeah, I chose the Titans. I thought Will Levis and them would win the game at home. No Jonathan Taylor, no a whole bunch of people.
the Texans and the Patriots. That was actually a closer game for a longer time until the fourth quarter kind of got away from it, or in the second half. When I was getting the updates on that game, did you see that run by Joe Mixon that Peter sent us?
I hadn't seen the run, but
oh man,
Joe had a good day today.
Joe looked good.
Joe can play.
See here, he would 13 carries, 102 yards with a touchdown, 59-yard long. Dameon Pierce, 8 carries, 76 yards and a touchdown, 54-yard long against the Patriots. Yeah, Drake May was 20 for 33, 243 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. 4 sacks.
But I think, like, there's a lot of, like, Jordan Love had a goofy play where he just threw it up and the guy just made a play. Like, there's some things like that, you know. Jalen Hurts finally looked like Jalen Hurts, and obviously he has some of his weapons back.
Yeah.
That helps too.
What about the Ravens and Commanders? Did you watch Lamar versus Jaden much?
I did not.
Did you ever see those highlights? Like, I mean, they're both 4-2 now. Like, you guys made a good point about the division for Washington. How are they looking? Yeah, Dallas is probably going to lose today. Yeah, they could run away with the division.
Yeah, Dan Quinn can win the division first year. Caleb looked good today.
The craziest stat in the NFC East is the point differential. Is the Commanders are plus 33, and everybody else is in a negative. -4 for Dallas, and that's before this game started. -6 for Philly, and they won by a few today. And the Giants are -15, and they play the Bengals tonight. What do you think of? Both those are kind of get-right games. The Bengals have a shot to sort of get back. If they don't win the day, they're going to be like Jacksonville, kind of seasons at a loss early.
Not Crosby. But, yeah. I mean, they got to win today. They have to. They have no choice.
Here they are.
Wow, Justin Fields is fast, boy. He can move.
Isn't he?
I'm watching the highlights. Wow, 10 for 17 for 83 yards. Kevin O'Connell, 10 for 15, 85 yards. That game is a snore fest.
Oh, Peter Scott's back. All right.
I'm back.
Scott, welcome back. We're just going through some of the games. You guys were right. I'm going through the NFC East. Even with Washington losing today, I mean, if the Cowboys come back on the Lions, which it's the NFL, anything happens, but the Lions are playing well in that game. They're at least tied with Dallas at 4-2. The Giants are playing the Bengals later tonight. The Eagles won, and they're at 3-2. It's like it's their division to win. It looks like
right now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. But
amen to that.
You got to stay healthy. That's the key thing.
Both Knicks 3 for 10 and a pick.
The year we won the Super Bowl and I was with the Packers, we beat the New England Patriots. And
96.
90, yep. And their starting 11 on both offense and defense never miss a start the whole season, including the playoffs.
Really?
Wow.
Yep. And everybody's like, yeah, you guys are a really good team. Yeah, but we're lucky too.
Yeah, they're healthy.
Yeah.
Everybody's healthy? That's very unheard of.
That's incredible. It's incredible. It's a 16-game season, and we won, so we had to bye the first week in the playoffs. But still, this team goes 16 games with 11-11 to start the season is amazing.
Right. It's unheard of.
Amazing. Yep.
Probably that's a stat. Probably the only team in NFL history to do that.
Hey, I guarantee there haven't been many.
Right. It's a very low stat.
Ooh.
Guarantee it. Even our big boy Gilbert Brown, the grave digger, didn't miss a game.
GB.
He was a big man.
Humongous.
Oh goodness. We had the center named Frankie Winters, and he was a good player. It's kind of like a poor man's Jason Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as soon as he stopped playing, he dropped down to 250 pounds, but he was probably 290, maybe 300. And we go to training camp every year, and Gilbert was nose tackle, and he would just pick him up and walk him back and set him down next to the quarterback and go back to the huddle. I'm like, dang, dude.
Jeez.
That's a powerful man.
Hey guys, as we're in the middle of week 6 here in the NFL, what teams like that are struggling, like the Rams that starting off at 1-4, Carolina, even the Giants at 2-3, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Cleveland, Cincinnati? Which one do you think can make the turnaround? Which one do you go like, oh, okay, maybe they don't make the playoffs, but boy, they have meaningful games at the end of the year their playoffs may start, week 16, 17, where they go, boy, if they keep winning, they can get in.
And the punt was just blocked.
I think
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Yeah, I think Cincinnati. They're going to get healthy, get all the bullets back, and that quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback. There's all different.
But the thing that's unique, CJ and Rob, is the fact that they're not playing good defense at all. And I don't understand it, because supposedly that the D coordinator, he gets head coaching interviews every year, and he's like the hot item. And yeah, but they're not playing good defense, and if you don't play good defense, you're not going to win much.
What's they're minus 46 in the point differential overall in this season. Like, how do you turn that? Is that the big stat? Like, is it your plus minus? Obviously, games get out of hand at the end, and the plus minus can kind of be skewed like anything. But like, what's the stat you look at to go like, hey, we want our defense to to look better? Where are you looking to improve that at?
I think from a personnel standpoint, they had a pretty good pass rush the last couple of years. They're not getting any pressure on the quarterback. And the secondary, I think, has been banged up a little bit. I know the receiver corps has been banged up a little bit. Charles did his stuff, with training camp and all that, and headache and, confusion and disruption and all that. That quarterback's a good player now, really good player. But he's got to stay healthy too. I mean, that's the key thing. But I think Cincinnati, and because they have the pedigree, they've done it a couple years in a row where they won games. So it's not like Carolina where it's like, okay, well, we might be close, but we're not going to win. I think, but again, the head coach of Cincinnati, I do not know. I scouted him coming out. He was a quarterback from Nebraska. Good guy. I remember talking to him, but I don't know him. But the D coordinator is supposed to be a stud. If you're a stud, they have talent. I mean, they have, I don't know how much have been banged up. I don't know who's missed what. But
is it how many times as a GM have you had to pay the quarterback? Like, I know the numbers are getting ridiculous today, and you haven't been in the league. I think is what you told me about 6 years or so.
Yeah.
But like when it's time to pay a quarterback, they usually have about 25% of your salary cap. Is that budgetarily about right?
That'd be top end for sure. Top end. That's you're talking franchise legit guy.
Yeah, the top 7 guys or so.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And Burrow would be listed probably as a franchise quarterback or paid like a franchise quarterback.
Certainly.
When you got to go pay a guy like that, how much does that impact, like maybe the next year or two, of who you can sign and what you can sign and adjusting your salary cap to that? Like if the Niners have to sign Brock Purdy to a big deal, how much is that going to impact what they're going to look like in the next year or two after that?
Well, the thing you look at it from a GM standpoint is, okay, we pay him this, and we know we have to have him. Okay, who are we going to lose because of it? It's not about bringing people in. It's about who you're going to lose on your roster that you can't pay.
Mm-hmm.
If all of a sudden, like Dallas, they were in a bind because they wanted to pay Dak, they want to pay CD, they got to pay Micah.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden you got to just identify, and it's not always an exact science, but you got to identify who's your roster going forward. Okay, so if you pay all them three, well, we're going to lose these 5 guys. Might lose an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman, a corner, a pass rush, whatever. Because but the thing about it too is it's so unique, and I'd have to deal with it. Thank goodness now as a general manager, the cap's gone up so much each year. In the TV contracts, all that stuff plays into it. So you can say, "Oh, listen, you have a salary cap guy who's your numbers guru saying, listen, the cap's going to go up, 20%." So then all of a sudden, you're like, really? But that's why these quarterbacks, these receivers are getting paid what they're getting paid because the cap's gone up so much, and it's not going to slow down.
Yeah, but isn't like is Cincinnati kind of facing the ripple effects of paying Joe Burrow, and now they got to adjust?
Correct.
That's why it's like you see these teams they pay, like even Jacksonville, they just paid Trevor Lawrence.
Correct.
All of a sudden, is there a dip where they now have to go draft the young guys to replace the guys they can't afford, and the guys just aren't replaced yet?
Correct. No, 100%. 100%. But the thing about it is, if you're going to pay somebody, in my opinion, you pay the quarterback first and foremost. First and foremost, he touches the ball every snap. He affects the game every snap on offense, every snap. But then you got to also look through your roster. Like, I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose him. Well, you got to tell the ownership, listen, they're going to be gone. We can't afford them. That's why you got to draft well. You build your team through the draft, and you supplement with free agency.
What would you define as a hit in the draft when you go like, hey, we got a guy? Like, obviously, it's usually the first 3 rounds are considered starters, is what I've been told. Is that a fair estimate, Scott?
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
they're guys you expect to play for sure at some point.
Because like theoretically,
you get to a second contract for sure.
Okay, so theoretically, like, say you're in a playoff or championship window, in a 4-year window, you have 28 scheduled draft picks.
Okay.
7 a year. Like, how many of those do you say we got to get to be able to, like, to get a hit on?
Well, me personally, I expect all of them to make the roster. I expect to sign 2 or 3 undrafted free agents to make the roster. Now, of course, it doesn't always work that way, but yeah, no, you go into it, and and the thing about it is when you're in the building, you know your team, and who's getting older, who's getting close to the end of their career, or who.
Big stop for the they just let that go.
Or guys you want to get rid of, or let them go in free agency.
Yeah.
That. So like, okay, hey, we need 2 corners this year. And now you can't force the draft pick because it's called a need pick, and that's when you start screwing up. I always told everybody, coaches, ownership, scouts, we're taking the best football player. I don't care if it's a guard, if it's a tackle, if it's a nose tackle. It didn't matter because we're going to need him on this team. And the only way we're going to survive with what we're paying the quarterback is the fact that we need good football players at any position, that are cheaper. And you're on your rookie deal, then of course they're cheaper.
Yep.
But then you also want them to get the second deal, but then all of a sudden you draft too well. Now you got 5 guys coming up the same year. So,
right.
Well, that's why I signed Frank early, Patrick Willis early. I signed Joe Staley early. And people are like, that's not the way the league works. You got to wait. I'm like, I don't have to wait. Why?
Right. If I can get them early, I get them early, especially if I can get them before the market even gets humongous. Good play for the Broncos right there. Needed that to get them behind the sticks. It's going to make it 3rd and long. With the 3rd and 1, the Broncos actually stopped them, but you got the little O-line surge push. I thought they would blow the whistle for forward progress, but that didn't happen. But that right there, good play, right? Denver right there makes the play right there. Now it's going to make it a very 3rd and long for our good old Chargers.
The second half just started off here. I'm at about 12 and a half here in the 3rd to go. I'm going to see this. I'm going to see that play here in a second here where we make it 3rd and long. It does make it more fun, Scott. I'll be honest. To be like, okay, something good's going to happen here.
Or we can critique CJ like he's crazy.
The tough part is they never know really exactly which game he's watching. So you're like, is he watching the Cowboys or is he watching the Broncos?
I'm watching us. Right, big play right there, big sack right there on Justin Herbert, or not sack, but Justin Herbert tried to. I guess you can call it a sack if it was behind the line of scrimmage. He tried to scramble and got back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to figure. CJ has a lot of Peter Schaffer in him. He's all over the place.
Just a little bit.
Games.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Especially me. I'm a junkie too, man. So especially me. I'll watch some historic game if it's on. I don't care.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you.
So how much are we missing PS2 right now? Like of these 20 points, how many of them aren't there if he's on the field?
It's hard to say, right? Because you can not throw towards PS2. I think it changes VJ play calling. Like VJ been blitzing a lot, playing man-to-man behind it. And you can do that because out of 5 eligibles or 4 eligibles, one of those eligibles is out. Right? So now it makes it difficult. But VJ just did what he was supposed to do there. Got off the field first half of the drive.
Yeah, that's good.
Right? Now it's up to – that's why you hope at the end of the half, you hope the Broncos in that 2-minute situation found a way to put up points. Because now they're down 20-7 or 20-3, getting the ball back and can flip this game. So,
hey, you know what?
Broncos have to get score. They have to score out of this. This is like complementary football. They have to.
Yep. All I know is like now that they got 20, we need at least 30 to win the game. So if we win the game, not only do we win, but I also get 2 coffees and a scone. So I'm.
Yeah. We'll
be
see.
Nice, CJ. Be nice.
We'll see. That's why we watch the second half, right?
I'm not counting my coffees as too. I mean, before I bet CJ delivers them cold too. He's not even going to be like, nope, they're cold coffees. And the scone's been rolled on the floor around a little bit. So we got Freckles here, where she sheds like no other. Food drops. If she doesn't get it, you're like, I don't know if I feel safe pulling all those hairs out of my teeth. That's gonna be with the dog hair.
Too funny.
So CJ, you watching the Steelers and Raiders still?
I can.
Looks like the Steelers are about to score. They're in the red zone.
Yeah, let's go Steelers. That's one of my picks. I lost 2 games today. My older brother's undefeated. I haven't checked everybody else, but I know my older brothers and our pick'em is undefeated. I think my grandma's undefeated too.
Dang.
Oh no, she lost 2. She just said it.
She got to get on the show with us,
right? Yeah. She makes better picks than us.
We can start doing bets on the camera.
We're just doing a segment. Beat Rams.
You didn't pick the Bucks. You're right. You lost. You got 2 lost right now. She right. She didn't pick the Niners on Thursday night, and she didn't pick the Bucks. She'll never pick the Bucks. She has her never pick. She'll never pick the Bucks, and she'll never pick the Cowboys.
She has to pick the Bucks.
That's what I told her. I told her she should have rookie quarterback. I tried to give her all the information.
Just out of friendship, you got to tell her.
She'll be 81 on Wednesday. She ain't into that at all. She just picking the team she's like, whether it's colors or whether it's players.
I bet she
picked Seattle because she like Geno. You know, I'm like, the Niners is not going to lose 3 straight in the division.
Correct.
I bet she beats you in March Madness pick'ems every year too.
My podcast homies, Scott and Rob. She said, "Who I'm telling all her business to."
The world, tell her the world,
and just about 100 other listeners.
100 of our closest friends.
Yeah, I look at this. So yeah, my mom, she has. Hey, you know what I do love about these pick'ems? Because they have like favorite teams. My mom's a Raider fan. One of my boys in the pick'em is a Cowboy fan, and when they pick against their teams, I just love it. Like, how are y'all fans if y'all picking against y'all teams? We're so competitive. We're trying to win. Yeah, sure you are, huh?
Oh no,
I call out your real fandom.
Oh, I have the issue in March Madness. I'm a huge Duke fan, and at least getting him to the Final Four, and then you get him in the Final Four, you're like, oh, I can get him in the championship if they get to the Final Four.
The Ravens. My mom has 1 loss.
Oh, go Bo!
My My boy.
Hey, CJ, we got a first down. You didn't tell us about the first down.
I did not. I'm sorry. Second and down right now. I'm actually looking at everybody pickles and seeing where it is. And my little brother has one loss. And then obviously my older brother, he's undefeated, but he's losing the Raider game right now. So
he picked the Raiders, huh? Wow.
You guys pick them straight up or against the spread?
Straight up. We got women and children in the pick'ems. They don't know nothing about spreads. Okay. There go Bo again. Bo with a great scramble. Bo with a beautiful scramble, and he pointed at the guy. Why did you do that, Bo?
You be nice, Bo.
Why did you point at him, Bo?
Get back to the huddle.
Yeah, all right. What are we doing, Bo? You had a good scramble. You didn't have to point at him.
Scott, I know we're only halfway through week 6 for the Broncos, but if you always talk about draft for need.
Yep.
And when you're watching the Broncos so far, what's their biggest need? When you're looking at, they're probably going to pick, say, 15-ish, 20th.
Yep.
What's the biggest need you see they have?
Well, I haven't really studied hard.
Studied the roster, right?
But the thing about it is, you're always looking for corners.
Not good.
You're always looking
for incomplete. That's not good. You'll see the play.
You're looking for pass rushers. You always want offensive linemen. Always. Now you're talking first round. You want an impact player, and it's not exact science, but still, you want a guy who can come in and play early.
I was the only one who lost that.
Play well,
Because
I think, Rob, if I was looking at just this roster just over the last couple games, I think Bo Nix need a true number one receiver, like big time, like a guy who's going to make a play. Gordon Sutherland is just not that guy.
Well, they've spent a lot of draft capital.
Javonte Williams had the screen wide open, and Javonte drops it. The kid is in his own head. Now, after the fumble, and he's in his own head. You got to catch this.
He's not happy.
Yeah, you got to catch this. But I think the Broncos need a weapon on offense. So like Scott said, first round, you go grab the best player, and if that best player is a receiver, you go grab him to go help you out. Yep. Then after that, right, we start figuring out need and mixing and matching and all that good stuff. But right now, they need somebody like, it's 3rd and 10. Where's the ball going and who is it going to right now? Snap the ball! Delay game. Unless they just call timeout. I didn't mean to yell.
We mentioned it yesterday. I would be a huge fan if we got Ashton Gentry somehow. If he was available somewhere there in that 15s to 20.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if the running back is going to make the impact because the O-line might not be as strong.
Correct. Or pass rusher. Or corner.
Like a corner would be better, a pass rusher would be better, and then obviously a receiver would be better because of Bo. Like you can get the ball to him.
CJ, what do you think of the receiver though in the first round versus like the depth of receivers usually coming out to the draft, where it's like you may have top talent there, but pass rusher may be like if you have them pretty levelly matched or ranked.
I don't know. It's like when you look at some of the receivers that have came out in the past first rounds, Marvin Harrison Jr., that's a game changer. Malik Neighbors, that's a game changer.
Jerry Jeudy.
No. Jerry Jeudy was a terrible first round pick.
No.
Definitely terrible first round pick. I was mad when the pick was made. I was like pissed when the pick was made. Like another first round receiver who good player. I don't know if he was a game changer. Like Drake London could have been a little later in the rounds. He didn't have to go as early as he did. I'm talking like truly.
Justin Jefferson was a first round pick.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
No, he was a second round pick.
Oh, J. Joe was a second round. Jennings was a second round pick?
Yeah, first pick was second round, I believe. You know what? And it was funny. I can say this because I'm a consultant. I talked to Howie Roseman, the GM, and he had me rate all the receivers, and he was my fourth guy on my list, JJ. And they get to the pick, and they're taking a receiver, and they take Rieger from TCU, the wide receiver. In Minnesota, no, you know what? He was a first-round pick. Minnesota took him the next pick. I think he's a first-round. I don't know what he was, but it was funny. I'm sitting there with my wife. I'm like, oh, it's a slam dunk. Philly's taking Justin Jefferson. She's like, really? I'm like, oh yeah, hands down. And they didn't.
But like, if I just look back, right? So you got Chris Olave.
Yeah.
Right. Good player. Garrett Wilson.
Got hurt today.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson was a first-round pick. He was 22nd in 2020.
He was just after Philly.
Like George Pickens. George Pickens is actually a damn good athlete and a damn good player. I just think he benefits from not having a QB.
He was just, but what killed him, CJ, was background.
Yeah, he's a second-round pick.
No, but I'm just saying the background, the red flags.
The red flags?
In the shit that's coming out now, you see, you know.
Like you got Devontae Smith, Jaden Waller. Like Kadarius Toney went first round. I don't think that was big. But, you know, I think there's some game changers at first-round picks at receiver.
But not a lot, though.
Like, I don't think Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Rieger, all those guys, no. Brandon Ayuk, it ended up being that way. Brandon Ayuk didn't start that way.
T. Higgins was the first pick in the second round that year.
Yeah, see, like I think you can get a lot of those good receivers in that second round range.
That's
all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's right.
Fourth.
Yeah, that's
right.
what I'm trying.
Second, third, and fourth. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Where it's like, it's the depth of the position. Where if you need a pass rusher in the first round, those are probably going quicker, and like the drop off is quicker when the top guys are gone. And
like, look at some of the second round picks: AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, obviously Claypool. He didn't pan out, but Chase Claypool.
Mm-hmm.
Miko Harkman was a second round pick. I'm also trying to think who else I know that went second round. Michael Pittman was a second round pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Michael Pittman's playing really well. He was fourth round. St. Brown was fourth round, huh? He wasn't second round. He was like third or fourth. But that's another good third or fourth round pick, right? St. Brown. Look how he's playing. Elijah Moore was a second round pick. He didn't pan out though.
What do you think of Duvernay in Baltimore? Is he still there? He was a third round pick.
He was a third round pick, right? Alec Pierce, the guy from the Colts.
Yeah,
Cincinnati. College. College, Cincinnati, right? Played the Colts. Like he's a second round pick. He's playing really well. Yep. I think if you go draft, like we're talking about the Broncos roster, if you go draft that weapon, he has to be a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
And a game changer where you can get him the ball easy. He doesn't need to rely Gentry gonna have to rely on the O-line to create some holes for him to do what he do. And if your O-line is not decent, you ain't got to be good. Because if you have a decent O-line with a great running back, he makes the O-line look way better.
Correct.
Right? So the O-line has to be decent in that sense.
And as you're well aware, CJ, you need depth. You need offensive linemen, no matter what. You know, they're banging every snap. You know, and guys get hurt, guys get messed up, guys get concussions, guys get all kinds of stuff. But I was going to say one of the best receivers I've ever been around personally on a team was Doug Baldwin, and he was undrafted free agent. Stanford.
Out of Stanford.
Yep. And he was a stud now. I mean, he was a slot guy. You couldn't cover him.
Detroit up 27-6 on Dallas. Woo! Did not know that.
Is McCarthy there? Is he under? Did he ever get his contract extension as a coach?
Has he this year?
Yeah, like is he under?
You gotta fire Jerry Jones.
Oh, CJ,
you can't
the
fire
GM,
yourself.
the GM.
CJ,
fire Jerry Jones, the GM.
You were here Friday when I was going through my coaching carousel workshop theory. So Vance Joseph is going to go get a head coaching job somewhere, who knows where. Right, we're going to need a defensive coordinator. What coach just became available that would be a great DC for us here in Denver?
What a ball and what a catch on 3rd and 10.
Roberts.
This is why I know you're finna talk. We're talking about the Bronco game. This is why you have Justin Herbert, because when you need to make a throw and catch, this is how you make a throw and catch. Look at that ball. Wow. There ain't too many quarterbacks in the world that can make that throw.
I think we get Robert Saleh next year once Vance Joseph becomes a head coach. What do you think, CJ?
I don't think VJ be a head coach next year. I love VJ to death, but it's gonna be a while before VJ. There's gonna be some people in front of VJ before he becomes that head coach. You also got to win.
That is a great pass.
You also have to win too. And are the Broncos gonna win enough games for VJ to become a head coach? I think VJ's ready for the next head coach stint, 100%. But they got to line up. It got to line up easier for him than a guy like Ben Johnson or Billy Stoic.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, you got the GOAT out there. I forgot you got Billy Bill, right? Oh, you got to catch the ball, 22. Take my number off. Take my number off because I catch that. Take my number off, big dog. That's why they got my numbers in the stands and not yours, man. You got to catch this pick. Bro. Tip drill. But you look at, so you got the offensive coordinator for the Lions. You got the offensive coordinator for the Texans, right? Those will be the next two up. 4-1. Trying to figure out who else at the time, right? Bill Belichick is still out there. Cliff Kingsbury is still out there, right? They're playing well. Cliff Kingsbury can find him another head coaching gig. I think there's a lot of young coaches in front of our man Vance. Now, Broncos go win 11, 12 games. Vance is in that mix. Come on, man. You got a free rusher to the quarterback. You got to go get him. Hey, I like 97, man. 97 been everywhere. Like, he was just rushing the passer and went way back there to go make a play. He's
having a good season. He's
been everywhere right now. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? Oh, wow. J.K. Dobbs did not follow the play. It went his own way, and big run by J.K. Dobbs right there. J.K. Dobbs is another guy, right, coming off the Achilles.
Yep.
Right. Also I think he had an ACL earlier in his career, didn't he?
Yep.
Like coming off Achilles ACL, probably not the same player, but in the system, when you put around them and you just give them carries, they just eventually get stronger and better as they go.
Ohio
State, they're going to put them out there now.
Yep.
But I think there's some coaches, like you said, like, obviously, Robert Saleh, he'll find a defensive coordinator job somewhere through somebody.
Certainly.
100%.
Certainly.
There's a big sack by the Broncos. Needed that sack.
I just saw the run you're talking about.
Dang. Good old Bonito. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
You're right.
Nick Bonito.
Yep.
Oklahoma.
Yep. So good sack by him. Running back tried to cut him. Running back was just too small. Like, that's a mismatch. He tripping. Whatever Harbaugh thought that was gonna work, that didn't work.
Like, just slow him down. Just slow him down. Get in his way.
Yeah, he didn't even slow him down though. It was like a truck versus slim bug, slug bug, beetle. Mack truck versus the beetle. It had no chance.
Get down your feet, my man.
Use your hands. Yeah. But Nick Sirianni. Oh my goodness, he yelling at the fans. I don't hear you. I don't this. Like, come on, Nick, just go coach, bro.
But that went from a great gig to like horseshit now.
Right.
Some of the guys in the Super Bowl have a chance to win it, and 2 years later, he's talking crud.
Yeah, man. To the fans, though. The fans. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Nick, you're in Philly. The fans care about their sports in Philly.
Correct.
If you want to go ahead and coach somewhere else where they don't care as much. But Philly, they're gonna get it out there.
Well, yeah, and then Yeah. I don't like to see any coaches fired, but
me either.
Who knows?
Me either. I think I saw a segment on First Take. I don't watch First Take on lunch. I actually saw this on Twitter. So let me say it that way. I saw the segment on First Take on Twitter. 46-yard field goal attempt right now for the Chargers. Kick is up. It is good. 23-0 Chargers.
Jeez.
But back to what I'm saying. I saw the segment and Shannon Sharp said something that I've always felt. And I felt like I was the only person who felt it. He said when Dan Reeves got fired, it made him sick to his stomach and he felt bad.
Yeah.
And he said a lot of players are so entitled, like they don't think about when a coach get fired. I was there talking about the Robert Saleh thing.
Yeah.
But they don't think about when a coach get fired of the family and the children. And I felt that same way when Mike McCarthy fired. We played the Cincinnati Bengals at home, missed mid-season. I had a good game, but I had a fumble in a crucial time. Vontaze Burfict put his helmet on the ball. It was a good play. I only had 4 fumbles in my career. This is one of my 4. Right, in 8 years, I got 4 fumbles. That's pretty good. I'll live with that.
That's really good.
But that fumble was in a crucial time of the game. And I remember I was in the locker room just crying, right? Because I felt like I lost the game. Obviously, one play doesn't lose the game, but you put that on yourself. I don't fumble. AJ might not score because they scored off turnover. And I remember saying this. You can look it up. You can go on YouTube, type CJ Anderson crying. You'll hear the whole interview. Right? AJ might not score. And I put a lot of heart into it, and I just was crying. And Mike McCoy came to me and calmed me down and was like, buddy, you're playing your ass off. And don't worry about one play doesn't make you. And I felt good. And then we get to the team meeting the next day, and they fired Mike McCoy, our offensive coordinator. And I felt so bad.
Gotcha.
I felt so bad because I was like, I just lost this man's job. I know his girls. I know his kids.
Yeah.
And what Shannon said is perfect. I just don't think I play for my coaches, right? There's not too many coaches that I did not play for, right? Like winning the Super Bowl was just as good for DeMarcus Ware as it was for a guy like Eric Studesville, who's been in the league 20 plus years. Wade Phillips, who's never played in the Super Bowl, been in the Super Bowl 30, 40 plus years, right? Like winning the Super Bowl for them was just as good as winning it for a teammate like DeMarcus. Even when I got to LA, like winning that, like obviously we lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots, but if we would have won that Super Bowl, all I was going to do was like hype up Skip Pete and who Skip Pete is. He's been in the league for 30 plus years.
Sure.
Played in one Super Bowl back when the Raiders, when they lost in Tampa Bay, and since 2002 ain't never been to Super Bowl since 2019, right? And you play for those coaches, and when you see those coaches lose their jobs or get fired and you know their kids and you know them, it hurts you as a player because they got fired off of your performance. Yeah. And I agreed with Shannon when he said that. And I think a lot of these players in this generation, a lot are entitled, a lot don't see that, right? Like these men are around you every day, just like same with GMs, right? Like knowing Scott or knowing Marty Herney, like I know you and you put your faith in me and you trust me. And then because our agents know each other, we might had a time away from the office where now I really get to know you. And now I really like you outside of like the Christmas parties and stuff. Like I got to know you on a personal level, and you lose your job because I'm performing terribly.
Yeah.
It does something to you. It definitely does something to you.
Well, like you said, times have changed, and that's fine. It's like offenses have changed in the NFL. Everything changes at certain times, but when it comes down to what you're saying about affecting a man's life and his family, that's when it gets personal, very personal, but again, you weren't trying to get him fired. You're doing the best you could possibly do.
Right.
Possibly, which is respectful. You're the one out there playing. The coaches aren't playing. The GM's not playing. The front office isn't playing. You guys are the one laying your life on the line, every Sunday. And I always respected that. I never lost sight of that, ever.
Yeah, it is. So I agree. Shannon talks a lot, obviously.
Sure.
But I definitely agreed with that. Come on, Bo. We got to throw it away or do something. We can't just run out of bounds on 2nd and 9 to make it 3rd and 8. Like, make a play. Like, you're looking, you're scrambling. I got it. No one's open. Okay, use your legs. 2-man route. Yeah, they covered that really well. Yeah, they covered it. So find a way to run or scramble drill. Somebody get open. This is what I mean by having a weapon. Got to go get a game changer weapon. But yeah, I like Shannon says a lot, but like when he said that, I felt that because like I felt that conviction when we fired Mike McCoy as our offensive coordinator.
Gotcha.
And I remember VJ didn't want to do it, right? Oh, sack. Bo Nix just got sacked on 3rd and 10. There's a flag down. I don't know what the flag is, but it might be against the Broncos, and here comes a punt. But even VJ came in that team meeting, and you can tell he was emotional, and he didn't want to fire his friend, someone he trusted. But, pressure is getting put on you, and you got to make changes and make decisions.
Who made the call? Bowen?
I think Elway.
Elway?
I think Elway was like something has to change.
Gotcha.
Right? And
I got you. No, I've been through it.
What I heard though, because like that was a year we lost 8 straight, but that was a year like I'm saying this in such a humble way. But when I got 20 carries, we won the game. We found a way to win the game because we was controlling the block. I was balling that year. Like that was my best statistical year. So when I got 20 carries, we won the game. But that was the year like Stews would tell me after the season, like we'll be in the meeting. And instead of like, all right, how are we going to control the clock, run the game? Because we still had Emmanuel and DT in their prime, we're trying to find ways to give them the ball, but we don't have a Peyton Manning. We got Trevor Siemian.
Yeah.
So, but, I think like Emmanuel and DT cared about winning. And Mike did too, but Mike was like, we're going to try to win through them, and I'm trying to keep them happy. Knowing when the statistics show, like the stats show, whenever I had 20-plus carries, it was a dub. Every game, we went 5-11 that year. All 5 games we won. I had over 20 carries and over 130 yards rushing. Games we lost, I had nowhere near 10 carries. I have 8-9 carries.
Well, but right? Was that because of the score? You know what I'm saying? You had to throw the ball?
Well, one game we was blown out. We didn't get blown out. We got blew out against Philly that year. So that was one game. But it was other games we were just like we opened up the season. I opened up the season first 3 games. We started off 3-0. Opened up the first 3 game seasons, 20 carries. I had 20 carries against Carolina. I had 20 for like 92. Played game 2 against the Colts. I had 20 for 115 and a touchdown, 21. And then we played Dallas at 25 for like 125 and 2 touchdowns. We go to Buffalo. I'm thinking I'm finna get 20 carries. I had a crazy explosive run. But I got 9 carries against Buffalo. But then we come back against Oakland. And I had 20 carries for over 100 and a touchdown in that game too. We win that Oakland game. And then we go on an 8-game losing streak after that. And I don't see carries. And now we're in games. Outside of the Philly game where we got blown out, we are in games.
Interesting.
But I just remember Stews was telling me at the end of the year, like, finding that, like, Mike was trying to keep DT happy, and they're good players. He's trying to find ways to get them the ball as well, too. But when you lack the position at the quarterback spot, right? We had a backup quarterback, Trevor Siemian, starting for us.
Correct.
Right. That was the tough thing. And I just say that, Rob, to like when coaches get fired because of that, it hit me. But then also you got to do what's working, what's winning. And that's what Scott talked about earlier in our show, right? Like the good coaches just adapt. Yeah, you might have these 2 superstar receivers, but you ain't got a quarterback who can give them the ball 80% of the time.
Correct.
But you're winning games another way. It's about winning games. And, and then, right? Like,
no doubt
let
about
them
it.
know. Like, let them know we're winning. Yeah, you might not be great. Like the Packers. Yeah. Oh, I'm the number 1 receiver. I'm not getting work. But we're winning games, bro. What is this about?
Correct. 100%.
Scott, when you get a player that goes like, hey, we're winning games, but I'm not getting the ball enough, like how much do they drop down on your re-sign list?
Well, they don't really drop down. I just talk to them man to man and say, listen, it's about, again, I always say this, it's some of the parts. You're a piece of the puzzle. I know you want a big contract. I know you want this, that, or that. You keep doing what you're doing, I'll take care of you. But understand too, you got 10 teammates on one side of the ball with you, and you got 11 on the other side of the ball, and you got 11 special teams players, and they all want to be phenomenal. They all want to be special. They all want a new contract. I get it, and that's part of the business. But I'm like, listen, you start making about yourself, then it's not going to work out well for you. Not here.
Hey, we may be down 23-0, but at least we're not the Cowboys. By the way,
the Cowboys getting scrape.
I mean,
Mike McCarthy and them will be. Boy, like I said, you got to fire. I mean, he fired himself. Somebody else didn't announce like someone else is the GM, Scott, for him. Like he put that publicly. Is that really true? I don't know, but I thought he put that publicly.
I did not hear that. I did not.
But you got to fire Jerry, the GM. Don't get me wrong. Jerry's made some hell of a picks in his time, but I do think as a GM, you.
Well, he has a son who's
the time passes. Yeah.
Right-hand guy. And there's another guy that's been there a while that I think is really good. I can't remember his name.
Who named the guy? I'm gonna look it up right quick.
A black guy. A good
black guy.
Clay.
He named it.
Clay, something.
Yeah, he said this guy's gonna be the full times.
I did not hear that. When did he say that?
Oh man.
Let me see if I can find something.
I saw it.
I think it's Clay something.
I saw it.
I've been told he's really good, really good. He's the one that runs it right now.
Okay, right now, Jerry Jones is still listed as the GM.
Oh yeah, of course.
Clay. Will McClay, does that sound right?
Yep, that's him.
Vice President of Player Personnel for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep. Apparently he's really good. Really, really good. I don't know him. I met him, but I don't know him.
I swear I thought I saw that this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Jerry Jones was like, I'm stepping away.
No, I didn't hear that.
From full-time GM giving it. I thought he gave it to the black guy.
McClay.
Yeah, I thought he.
But I have not heard that. That surprised me if Jerry did that. But
do you think he'll be the?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think he'll have to go outside of Dallas to go be the GM?
McClay?
Yeah.
He's had opportunities. He hasn't left.
Okay.
Why would you?
Yeah,
he's getting paid very well.
If you are in Jerry's world, you don't leave Jerry's circle. And Jerry time is coming to an end, whether it's
life, you're right.
Whether it's life, which obviously, praise the Lord, we don't want you to take them no time soon.
Correct.
Or whether it's just the game is passing Jerry. I mean, Jerry made some good picks, but this roster that they put together.
Well, the thing about it, Steven's not going anywhere. You know that.
Yeah, Steve's going to own it. I mean, it's his team.
He's going to take over the ownership, of course.
But the GM of Jerry Jones has failed the Cowboys now.
He's made some good picks. It's just not many of them, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like he'll hit the first, second rounder. He'll miss on 3 through 7.
Yeah, he'll miss on what builds your team.
Correct.
Right. He misses on those guys.
Yep.
And he's done it the last 4 years.
It's been a while. Yeah.
That's the bad part. 3rd and 10.
I mean, I can't imagine with what you were talking about, with all the time it takes to do your job there, Scott, as a GM, and then also being the owner of the team, that you're actually doing all the film study.
No. You can't. There's only so much time in a day. When I first got to San Fran as a GM, I was involved in all the vice president meetings. I had to sit in there and listen to HR, listen to PR, listen to ticketing. I'm sitting there, and right behind me is our practice fields, and I hear whistles blowing. And I'm sitting in here listening to this crud. I should be out. I should be out there.
Out there watching film, right?
I told him, CJ, you're like this. You're like it too, Rob. They're going through a big, like doing billboards, on 101 up in San Fran, up in the city, and who should we put on there? What players? And it's like half hour into it, and I was getting pissed because I want to get out of there. I want to go to practice. I want to go see my guys. And I said, okay. They're like, Scott, you got anything to say? I said, yeah, I do got something to say. I said, none of you guys have jobs unless I do my job and we win games. It doesn't matter who you put on the billboard.
Right.
Anybody you want on that billboard. We're not winning games. They're not.
We're winning games. That billboard means nothing.
Yeah. Oh, well, good point. CJ's writing that down for when he's a head coach.
Hey,
That's the truth.
I try to learn, man. You gotta learn. I think everybody has like a gift in life. One of my greatest gifts that I feel like I've been received outside of my physical talent to play football is to learn from other people's mistakes.
Sure.
And remember those situations. Like
Smart.
me and somewhere going. I remember I had this conversation with Rob and Scott, and it turned out like this. So I'm not gonna do that. I know I'm not doing that. Right. Whatever I do might not be right, but I know that ain't right.
Yeah,
I know that is right. We're doing this, right?
Hey, CJ, speaking of learning from mistakes, how are the Broncos going to get points here with 14 minutes left in the game? I mean, maybe winning's out of the picture now.
Chip away. I mean, you're still in the game.
How do we get points here? Like, I just want points. I don't want a goose egg up there. I want to break. In Tennessee, we call it breaking the bagel. We don't want the zero
away,
up there.
Man. Chip away, right?
Somebody needs to make a play. Somebody's got to
make a play. You got to chip away, right? Driver, iron, putter, right? You got to chip away, right?
And you got to be up tempo. You got to be going.
Yeah, you got to be going. I think you got to be going. I don't think they don't need to be huddling up and
correct
and doing certain things.
Correct.
I mean, right now they're playing the rookie running back out of make moves. Playing the rookie running back out of Notre Dame, right? Seeing what he can do after Javonte just looked terrible today, didn't have his best game. All right, that's a good run over there by the young kid out of Notre Dame. Good cut. He's not that quick. He's kind of stiff.
Estimate, number 23.
Yeah, did you like him coming out, Scott?
Nah,
kind of stiff.
I thought he was like a late round guy, backup guy, but like they're doing with him, backup guy.
Yeah.
He has a little size to him, but
and there we go. There's a completed pass by the. Oh no, they did not wait till he got up and tried to punch the ball out. He was down, right? Please tell me he was down. That would have been smart if they did that, though. Nice little switch release play. Good ball by Bo. I don't know. This might be a fumble. Challenge it. They got the snap off. They got the snap off.
Okay, good.
But
wow.
No challenge. He fumbled. He fumbled that.
He
didn't touch him. He fumbled that.
Touched.
He was not touched.
No, he did.
Harbaugh missed. That's a heads-up play by the Chargers.
He did on purpose.
Yeah, he went over there.
Yeah, Gilman did it on purpose.
Denver touched him. Then tried to punch it out.
Did they blow the whistle though? If the whistle blows,
I don't know. I got the game on mute. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't hear a whistle.
That's a heads up play.
That's a heads up play.
That's smart as crud.
Yeah, see? Learn from those things, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Mac man came in. Javonte Williams. Oh, you have to break that tackle, Javonte.
Hey, CJ, when you were running the ball, did you prefer them tossing it to you like on a sweep, or did you want a handoff with your gut?
I didn't care.
He just wanted the rock.
Yeah, and Scott can tell you this. Scott had this.
Non-discriminatory about it getting the football.
Yeah, Scott can tell you this because Scott had this with Frank. A big attribute of mine was vision. So I knew where I was going with the ball most of the time because I understood everybody what they were doing up front. I knew where I was going most of the time before. Like I knew the cut should go here if we all do the right thing. And then if it didn't go there, that's where I get paid. I get paid to react. That's what I used to tell people. I get paid to react, but 9 times out of 10, I know where the ball's going before it goes. So whether you hand it or toss it to me, I know where it's going. So I didn't care. But my vision was was above average.
It's very important for a back. I'll tell you that much. Instincts and vision.
How Scott, as a GM, how do you evaluate vision on a running back? How do you rate that when you're watching them their film?
You can see it on tape. You just because the thing that's cool about the tape we get, you got the sideline view, you got the end zone view. Love the end zone view. And with backs, I love the end zone view, especially when they have their backs to it. You can see a back reading stuff.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you can see him setting stuff up. And I told you with Frank, he told me, he says, the first guy's, I'm making miss. I'm already setting the second guy up.
Yep.
And I'm like, wow.
So, that's fun. As we say the same thing to the basketball guys driving to the basket, you should beat the guy guarding you. It's the guy coming over to help.
It's the guy. It's the help guy that you got to score the bucket on. Yep.
But you got to feel where the pressure's coming from too. You got to be forward looking, but you got to have a peripheral where it's like a natural instinct. It's a God given where they'll make a cut, and I'm like, how'd you see that?
Yeah.
He's like, I just felt it. I'm like, wow.
That's what Matt. When I got hired, when I got hired by the Lions, that's what Matt Patricia said. He says, dude, you just see cuts that I'm watching you and I don't even know how you made that cut. Like, I don't even know how you see that.
Yeah.
I go, it's just, it's a feeling. It all ties into what's going on. Like Scott talks about the pressure. Like there's a pressure point on the block of every play. Like this guard has to make this block or this play is not going to work. Right. It's that 4th and 2, Bo scrambles. Oh, good pass. Good pass. Touchdown. touch.
He's killing us, Rob.
I know.
At the 2-yard line. Hey, man. Hey, I'm trying to sit there.
Hey, I was just going to ask you, 4th and 2, what's happening?
4th and 2, he got it.
They went to timeout.
You asked for how Broncos get points, right? They're running tempo. They're doing some things. I thought Bo was going to run it. Bo lets it go. Good play, 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. All right, here we go.
You got to score there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Touch. Like, bro, get the end zone.
Nah, you got.
Bo Nix throws it to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. And now the Broncos are down 2 scores or 3 scores. But they're down.
Do you onside now?
Nah, you got a lot of time. You got a lot of time.
You got a lot of
time. I wouldn't yet. But
you go for 2 here, though.
You got to score 3 times.
Not if you go for 2.
Yeah, you still got to score 3 times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
2 more times. 2 more times.
Right.
Well, no.
At least they're not running as a silly a play as Cal did.
No, you got to score 3 more times.
Not if you go for 2. If you go for 2, you're down 15.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing in different ways. He's ahead of us, Scott. So he's already going, we're already ahead. We need 2 more scores. We're watching it. Like I just saw the touchdown pass to Troy Franklin, his duck and arms. So
right now you got to score 3 more touchdowns to take the lead.
That's what I'm saying.
No, not if you went for 2. If it was 23-8.
Well, you got onside. I mean, you got 10 minutes left in the game. I know you got your 3 timeouts. But
you still got plenty of time. If you go for 2, it's 23-8 right now, right?
Well,
they didn't go for 2, but if you go for 2, it's 23-8. You're only down 15 points. That's 2 scores. Now you make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, but
now you can kick, you can play. You're going to get the ball back somewhere.
But you know what they're going to do. They're going to
run the ball.
Right. You got to stop. You got to do the part on the other side of the ball. You got to stop the run for 3 straight plays. You can't give up more than 2 first downs. Give up. It's kind of what I said last night. You give up more than 2 first downs, that 10 minutes turn into 6 minutes, turn into 7 minutes.
Right.
But if you stop the run, if you go for 2 right there, you stop the run, you get the ball back with 7-8 minutes left, maybe 6. I'll give you 6 minutes. 6 minutes left. You score. Now you play the onside game or you play the timeout game, but you're only down 1 score.
Yeah, then you got to come
back. With them not going for
again.
2, with them not going for 2 right now, they need 3 scores to make it happen. That's I don't know why they didn't go for 2 there.
Correct.
Not going for 2 is a little interesting.
Yeah.
Well, they're still down 2 scores. They can score and go for 2, score and go for 2. But you need 8. You know how hard it is to get, outside of the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl where they came back, you know how hard it is to get 16 points on two. Like, you know how hard it is to get 2-point conversions, two-point conversions scored?
Right.
That's hard as hell.
And have 2 stops within 10 minutes.
And have 2 stops within 10 minutes? Absolutely. And that's why I would have went for 2 right there. But hey, as we like to say, what do I know?
Well,
I'm the unemployed. I'm the unemployed coach.
Everybody has their own philosophies.
It's like sports parents in the stands, right? They're like, CJ, how come you didn't do this?
Oh wow, the Raiders were on the 1-yard line.
Did you see that highlight?
And TJ Watt punched it out. Gotta love the Watt.
Good player.
I think he's good at this football thing. He should stick with it.
I'm surprised he hasn't won a Defensive Player of the Year.
It surprises me too. I'm amazed last year.
His brother won 3, and I feel like he's like playing better than his brother.
His brother even said that.
I think like he's playing way better than his brother.
Yeah.
And his brother won 3 of them things.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it sucks. He was in the era of Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald was nice now.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Yeah,
well,
like
Broncos got a score. This is looking good. 10 minutes left in the game. Plenty of football. Got 2 timeouts. You gotta stop the run here, though. You can't let these guys milk the clock.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to do. You know that.
VJ gotta have a good plan here, right? That's what I'm telling VJ in the headset. Say, VJ, I need your 3 best calls, man. I need the 3 and out right here, right now.
Well, he knows they're gonna run. VJ does. You know that. He's got to get a stop first down.
Gain of 1.
Yeah.
Maybe none. All right. Maybe none. 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9 coming up. But here's that clock. Tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick, tick. Yeah, BJ. Here we go. I would hate as a player to be hearing that from my coach in my ear. Just call the play. Last thing I want to hear is here we go. Like, just call the play.
Does the player have a mute button in his headset?
Right. Just call the play, please.
All right.
And he drops it. Good pick. That stops the clock. That helps you. Now it's 3rd and 9. I think the ball was
I'm
tipped.
at 2nd and 9, Scott.
I'm at 2nd and 9 too.
I think the ball was tipped. Yep. The ball was almost intercepted by 22, bro. Get my number off, bro. You can't catch.
That's why it's on defense, though.
Take my number. I don't care. You got my number on, man.
It's like
that's why they ain't giving you your own number in the Broncos store.
Scott evaluates guys like, yeah, he's not going to be a receiver, but he at least knock the ball to the ground, put him on defense. Here we go.
Third down. BJ's bringing the heat. 3rd down. There it comes. Yep. BJ brought blitz. They picked it up. They had a chance to sack him. They do get the sack. 3 and out. VJ plays it right.
Let's go.
And here comes the Broncos.
Why is Los Angeles throwing the football?
We got a deflection on the 2nd down play. We got a deflection at the line there.
I don't know why they didn't go in the center and just, hey, let's run the football.
Correct. I mean, whatever, to each their own. But me personally,
I mean, Herbert's been playing well today, though.
Yeah,
he's been making smart decisions.
Yeah, but you can run the ball twice. Then throw the ball on 3rd down, not throw the ball on 2nd down. Correct. I mean, the guy was open. Dude just made a play. Correct.
The clock is your friend if you're the Chargers.
There's a great, beautiful return by the. Oh no, I lied. It looked promising, and then it looked promising. Wait till y'all see the punt. It looks very promising, and then he does nothing.
That's like CJ. That just prepares you to work in sales. You talk to someone once, they're like, "Oh, this is a promising lead. This is a promising lead." Then they never call you back.
Yeah, I lied. I'm sorry, y'all.
Sounds like my girlfriends in high school.
I lied, y'all. I thought it was promising, but
it's all right though. You got to feel at least.
Think about this. Kirk Cousins threw for 500 yards last week. He has 146 yards today, and they're winning still. Gotta love football, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
One day you throw for almost 1,000 yards in one game. The next day, you can barely crack 150.
Correct. Correct.
But at the end of the day, as long as you're winning, that's all that matters.
100%. Staying healthy and winning. 100%.
Wow, can you believe 25-20 against the Panthers?
Hey, division game.
Andy Dalton going to bring him back?
Division game. Anything happens in division games.
Correct.
I know you. And I've known you for a long time.
Hey, as we're watching a Jimmy John's commercial here, good
ball, good catch, Ray.
Well, he signed him. I don't know about Scott. The Steelers are up 22-7 with about 9 minutes left in the game.
They had a big run by Najee. About time Najee had a significant play.
You know what he showed, CJ? He showed the burst.
Showed the speed, yeah. Showed like he looked healthy. I've always thought about Najee being beat down, playing at Alabama.
Well,
carrying the rock the way they carry it up there.
Well, but the thing about Alabama, like I think I've already said this on the show before, but when it comes to Saturday, it's a vacation. Their week of practices. Yeah. Oh, he said we beat the crud out of each other. I mean, we're full go. I mean, it's.
Do you think that's going to change? Do you think that's going to change with NIL and the players potentially unionizing and all that for college? Like, are they going to be much more like pro practices?
I think it's changing because of the new coaches, younger coaches.
Yeah, it's changing because of the younger coaches. Yeah. A lot of these coaches don't want to. I'm old school, so when I get my program, we definitely gonna have some physical days. Do not get that twisted.
Yeah,
we're gonna have some physical days. I tell you, boy. But also as a young coach too, I know as a player too, I know when we done too much. Like I know when to take care of your body.
Correct.
I know when we done too much. I believe like something I'm gonna steal from Kubiak. I believe in vet days. So,
gotcha.
My juniors and seniors, they can take some rest. I got to get some of these young guys reps because we're gonna need some of these young guys because football's a physical game, and you're gonna get hurt. Run, Bo. Run, Bo. All right, Bo, get out of bounds. I'm not mad at that. 2nd and 8 for the Broncos here. Broncos have to find a way to put points on the board. Oh, and touchdown. Oh, wow. Little fake toss quarterback run. You can only do that when you got a quarterback who can run. Touchdown, Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh is in a great significant lead. Yeah, I love it because that was one of my picks.
Yeah, but the thing is, with like Nick Saban, he old school. He's like, whoever survives the week plays the game.
Plays the game.
I don't care if you're hurt. You're hurt. Next guy up.
Bo, good ball to Courtney Sutherland right there. Nice chunk play. First down. Here comes the Broncos. Right. Picked up the blitz. Javonte does a great job of picking up the blitz and holding in long enough for Bo to step into that throw. These receivers is catching the ball, sliding to the ground. Catch the ball standing up and run. You're too open to be sliding to the ground. Correct. Bo Nix lets it go again. Great ball again by Bo. Good catch by 17. I don't even know who this kid is. This kid just got on the roster.
It's like ballet or something. I don't know.
Yeah, 17 is Vele.
Vele.
I don't know.
Vele.
He's French.
But now they're moving the ball.
He's Utahian. He's from Utah. He went to Utah.
Another ball by Bo. Oh, Bo, you got to have that throw.
7th round pick.
Gotta have that
number 235 overall.
What year? Last year?
No, 2024.
This year.
Yeah.
Gotta have that ball.
He's 20. He's 26.
Can't miss that.
He's Mormon.
Yeah.
He went on a mission.
He went on a mission.
I guarantee it.
He went on his mission. Yeah.
If he's Utah, good chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to make that throw.
Yeah, Bo got to make that throw.
Yep.
He's just too open to miss it.
Yep.
But we got 2nd 10, right? High red zone right now. Back to pass. Bo's looking to throw. Lets it go, and it is incomplete.
Oh, I just saw the one he missed, the Sutton.
Yeah.
He missed it bad, too.
3rd and 10. Good play over there by the young man, Gilman, coming in, breaking on the spot. Bo went to the right spot. This was just great defense. Sometimes what we say, they get paid on the other side of the ball, too.
They sure do. In college, they're like, he's not making any plays. I said, those guys on defense, they get their own scholarship.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah. And scholarship, too.
Yeah.
Right. Third and 10. Broncos need it. Back to the cover 3. Here comes the Mac man. Broncos, it gets it away, but tackled well short. It'll be about 4th and 7.
You got to go for it.
Do you go for it or kick it?
Still
two scores down.
You got to go for it. 4th and 5.
6:45.
Yeah, you got to go for it.
Or for me and Rob, it's 6:45.
Oh, yeah, 6:20 for me.
Yeah.
I'm still playing Madden on the Sega Genesis version.
The Broncos are 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions today. They went for it on 4th and 2 and ended up getting that long play. 4th and 5 right here. I think here comes the blitz and man-to-man behind it. Nah, you're going to drop out. They're not blitzing.
Let's see what you got, Bo.
Oh, no, they are blitzing. And Darwin James gets around, but Bo scrambles out. Bo's trying to go run for the first. He gets it. First down, Broncos. Darwin James,
Let's go.
free runner.
CJ.
Darwin James had him.
CJ, you know what's going to happen is you're going to coach for a few years. Then you think you're going to send him to the booth and do play-by-play?
Darwin James.
Color commentary.
Darwin James had him. By the way, speaking about the booth, I love Dave Logan and what he does for the Broncos. He is awesome.
By the way, you guys were right.
Touchdown Denver. Holy cow. I got a holy cow out of him. I had one of a great play.
By the way, you guys were right. Valor beat Castleview on Friday.
Yeah, what? Did you think that was like going to be close?
I was hoping so. I can be hopeful.
Oh, what a play. Is he in? Is he in? Is he in? Is he in?
Rob, we can't even see this.
Is he in? Touchdown, Broncos. What a catch. At least they call it. What a catch by Cortland Sutton. What a catch by Cortland Sutton. We are going to see if he was in. They are going for 2 to make this a 1-score game now. All right, with 5:22 left. This is a hell of a catch.
Yeah,
let's see, does he get in? His knee is in. He bobbles it. Oh, no, I think it's incomplete.
Really?
Yeah, he bobbled it.
It's a hell of a catch.
It's a hell of a catch.
Oh, he caught. Oh, that looks good on the initial.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but look, when you see the replay, when he gets control of it, he lands out of bounds. So this will be incomplete, as the Broncos like to say in their own stadium. If he would have just snagged it with one hand, it would have been crazy. But in the bobbling, this is tough though. First of all, this is a hell of a ball by Bo, and second of all, it's a hell of an effort by Cortland. Look, hey, speaking of security guys, there's a security guys in the corner looking at the game. They're not looking at the stand.
He's protecting the media guys.
Yeah, he's juiced right now.
Hey, the thing is, CJ, it's a catch unless they're going to say that hit the ground, because he's got a knee down, and
I think it's a catch.
He's got to have possession. So like
that's the key thing.
He bobbles,
but the ball doesn't move from the ground.
He bobbles it though, and as he bobbles it, he's trying to grab it with 2.
Yeah, that's the only reason to be incomplete. Because
of the bobble, or because of the change of the movement of the ball as he's grabbing it with 2 hands. Like if he could have held it stuck with one hand the whole time.
CJ, it's a catch.
It's going to be close.
It's close. I'm just being honest with you, bro. I'm not sitting here lying. I'm trying not to lie.
It's a catch. It's a catch, CJ. It's a catch.
The call on the field, you have to have sufficient evidence to overturn now, because he had a knee down, he had an elbow down. So
after the rule, the ruling of the field stands. Touchdown. They called it a catch.
That'd be tough to overturn. I see what you saw too. I get it.
I don't think it was a catch.
You go for 2 here?
You have to.
You have to.
You have to. It's the only way you can make it an 8-point game.
Correct.
You don't get this 2 here, though, you're in trouble.
You got onside. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you got onside.
Oh.
That's why you go for 2 earlier in the game. You could kick 1 right here and go for 2 the neck later. But hey, that was my skin the cat. Oh, and they ran the jet sweep, and the Broncos did not get in.
Oh, Lordy.
Why was that your 2-point call? Like, that's your 2-point call, Sean? Sean, we're better than that, Sean. I'm not a fan of that call. I'm sorry. Denzel Perryman made that play. I didn't know Denzel was still playing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the class of 2013. There you go, DP.
You've been around a while.
You've been around, baby. You've been around, baby. Shout out to my man DP. I did not even know that was DP. Damn, he lost hella weight. He was never that little.
Oh yeah, that looked like a Cal 2-point conversion.
I don't understand why you go east-west when you're supposed to go north-south.
North-south? I didn't understand the call. You know, I have different 2-play calls in my system. Let me say it that way. One thing about Cortland Sutherland, boy, he makes some catches.
Oh yeah, he's not a bad player. He just can't really run.
Catches.
You know.
Yeah, and I think the ACL he had hurt someone that.
Yeah,
for sure.
But he's a big kid.
Big time.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, that's what they was expecting Cody Latimer to be, but Cody can run.
Oh.
It's good to see some life in the fourth quarter from the Broncos, so that's for sure. 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Well, that's when you play a team that likes to run the ball. They just hell out sometimes. But I can tell you right now, up 10 with 5:22 left. Get ready for this ground and pound, not that shotgun run that they was doing. Get ready for this 12 personnel, 13 personnel. Get ready for hardball tight ends and ground and pound.
Hey, we may be down by 10. At least we're not the Cowboys. They're down 28.
Oh,
hey,
Lordy.
Only losers talk about losers.
Hey.
Losers don't ever talk about losers.
Hey, the Lions are winning 37-9.
Dang. And that's in Dallas, right?
It is.
Oh, Lordy.
You want to know so like, you know how everybody has like conspiracies?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good run. That's a great run by the Chargers. Way too much on that run. But I think Denver just spent the time out there because the clock just stopped. Yep, timeout Denver. One of my conspiracies that the NFL, I don't believe any game is fixed or rigged. I don't believe in that like people do. But if I ever want to play into that, and when I want to play into that with the Lions, there's 17 games played in NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Go look at the Lions schedule. They have 14 or 15 dome games. Dome games. They already get 8 at home because of them.
Yep.
They get 2 more in the division because of the Vikings. Or 9 at home because of them. They get 2 more in the division because of the Vikings. They played the Cardinals at the Cardinals. They played Dallas at Dallas. They play Atlanta at Atlanta. They got real dome games. And J.K. Dobbs just had a big run. Way too big to comfort. Way too big to help. And this is what Scott wanted them to do last drive. But what I tell you, here comes fullbacks and tight ends and extra linemen in the game, ground and pound.
A little 22
personnel. Yeah, here comes Harbaugh. Here comes Harbaugh with the ground and pound, and the guy who could have made the tackle tripped over his own feet. But yeah, if there's an NFL conspiracy about the Lions being, the NFL want the Lions to be good, they have like 14, 15 dome games. The only time they play not in their dome is at Lambeau and at Chicago. Everything else they play is a dome game.
But isn't that part of that just kind of like Murphy's Law?
Bro. Who's playing in all these dome games, bro?
There's more domes than there's ever been. When's the last time a stadium's been built without a dome?
Bro, there's plenty of stadiums that's not built without a dome. You're watching a game with the stadium is built without a dome.
A recent stadium. Nobody builds a new stadium without a dome.
I agree with that, but there's stadiums out there that has no domes. Why they not playing the Broncos in Denver? Why they not playing the Titans? Why they not playing in Carolina? Why they not playing right? We just think about all the dome teams that they don't have to play.
Yeah.
They already get 9 dome games at home with 2 with 1 in the division.
That's not a factor. It's based on the strength of what the teams did in the previous year and who they're matched up with.
Yeah, so all of a sudden you're matched up with all the first place teams that plays in domes.
Yeah, and it'll cycle through.
Yeah, interesting. Call it what you want, man.
No, it's a good theory.
There's no teams in the NFL that has that type of dome. Like, that's never been done in NFL history. That's like the Packers back in Scott days playing all the teams in December in the winter where it's cold as Lambeau. That's just like, why would the NFL schedule it that way? You're gonna play Kansas. You're gonna play Denver where it snows, and you're gonna play Kansas City where it snows, and you already gotta play Chicago where it snows. We're gonna play New England where it snows. We're gonna put you in all the snow games in December. Why are they throwing the ball? Oh, fumble! Broncos fumble! Got the ball back. Yes, that is a fumble. It is Broncos football.
There you go.
Let's go. I'm still on second down and in the
there
second
is a
quarter.
Flag on the play.
I'm second and 10.
There is
a flag. Where I'm at. 458.
Here's the flag. Holding. Defense. Oh, and the fumble is negated. The corner 29 holds on defense.
And that was a fumble.
And that was a hold. He held the crap out of me. Come on, bro. Why are you doing that? Stop playing with your hands and play with your eyes and your feet. Just put your hands on his hip. Why they don't teach that? It's fundamentals. It's fundamentals. Put your hands on. If I was a corner, why would I not go learn from Pat Surtain? Great technician. Put your hands on his hip.
He held him.
He held him, Sean. You can't get mad at that. He held him, Sean. Broncos have no timeouts here, so 2 first downs, this game's over.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I didn't get why he threw the ball. Dang, he stripped the ball, though. They got the ball back right there.
Yep.
Here it comes. 22 personnel. Hold the ball. Whistle blows. 2nd and 9. We're going to waste another 40 seconds. Good tackle over there for Atlanta. How did you like Terrell Jr. coming out? Didn't he come out of UW? No. He was a first-round corner for the Falcons.
No, he came out of Clemson.
He came out of Clemson.
I liked him a lot.
He can play, man. He can play.
You know what? The one thing you're worried about a little bit, being a number one, is the fact that he wasn't really tall or long.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit shorter guy, a little bit shorter arms.
Yep. Brett Grimesy, but not as athletic. Brett Grimes is hella athletic.
But he could run, and he wasn't afraid now.
Yep.
He wasn't afraid of contact, tackling, or anything. He could play the ball.
He definitely can do that for sure. Speaking of him, just got a pick. Just got a pick talking about it. Just got a pick talking about it.
You should be his agent. I talk about you get picks.
Hey, man, he can play. He can play. I like his game a lot.
Yeah.
I thought when Atlanta paid him, they paid him well. He literally just got the intercept, just snagged it out of the air. We just talked about his ball skills. He gets the interception.
That was back when Clemson was rolling on defense.
Oh, yeah. They had boys coming out.
Tons of them.
On the D-line, too.
Yep, all over the place.
Good tackle right there by the Broncos. Right, way to hold it. This clock is going to tick. Now, 3 points here is going to hurt the Broncos, though. This is in field goal range in Mile High.
If you was charged with a long field goal or pin him back, what would you try to do?
I'm up 10, so whatever they got to do, they got no timeout. So I would try to kick the field goal just to try to kick it. I'm in Mile High too. If I wasn't in Mile High, I'd probably punt it. But because
that's a good question.
Because I'm in altitude, let's go kick this thing.
But if they kick it and they miss it, you get the ball. I mean, Broncos get it midfield.
Yeah, but you have no timeouts. You need to score and get the onside kick. I'm up 10. So even if you score, you have to get the onside kick. If I get the onside kick, I'll take a knee. The game's over. If I kick this field goal here and make it, the game's over. But I think they're going to punt it.
I'll tell you,
I think they're going to punt it because they took the delay of game.
That's a good question. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, they're going to punt it.
It's probably 50-50 with NFL coaches.
Yeah, it reminds me like at the end of the basketball games, is like if it's you miss the free throw, so they can't set up the play.
They can't set up the play, right? Yep.
Yeah,
they took the delay of game, and they're going to try to pin them deep. So you try to pin them deep, take the delay of game. That was a.
Did you see Aiden Hutchinson broke his leg against the Cowboys?
He did?
That's huge. Are you serious?
Wow.
Looks like a fibula.
Wow.
That's season right there.
Yep.
Why is he playing and they're up 34-6, 37-6? Or when did he break it?
I'm seeing the replays on Twitter when people are talking about it.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, it's awful.
That's a huge blow.
Yep.
Huge. Lion has to cut it off with a serious injury. Lions edge. Like, you can see the replay with like his leg, like lower leg. Yeah, you don't want to.
Nah, we're good.
Actually, I do not. Obviously, you know how I feel about Rice. They won yesterday, but I am happy for EJ Warner's kid. I'm happy for Kirk kid throwing a game-winning touchdown. That's pretty dope. But you know, I know we don't wish coaches to get fired, but believe me, when that one comes across, I'll be repenting of my sins of that one.
We had a 95-yard touchdown drive, longest in I think it was a couple of years I saw on Twitter. Now they just punted us and pinned us inside like the 4-3 there. Can we do it again?
Bo, let it go! Oh my goodness, Bo just scared the shit out of me.
They're on the 4.
2-minute warning. First and 10. After Bo makes a nice little throw, he held the ball for way too long though. What a run! What a run by, is that Bijan?
It's McLaughlin, isn't it?
Oh, that's Algier. Nah, it's on commercial. I'm on commercial here.
I got you.
Yeah, but what a run by Algier. He just runs through the safety and the corner.
He's a pretty good back now.
Just ran through him, dude. He just ran him over.
BYU.
He just ran him over. What a run. That's how you run the football.
Steelers are up 32-13 on the Raiders. Lions are up 37-9 at the end of the third on the Cowboys.
Man, I would have chose the Titans. I'm not the Titans. I wasn't choosing Indy, but I was definitely. I didn't think the Jags lose in London because they had the little London streak. They always win in London, so I went with the London streak. If I would have just chose the Bears, I would have one loss today on my pick'ems.
And the Falcons are up 28-20 with 10 minutes to go in the fourth against the Panthers.
And Andy Dalton is yelling at the offensive coordinator.
Is he?
Is he calling him?
They're on the bench, like going back and forth for sure.
Is the OC going to call him Ferris?
He's the Red Rifle.
He is the Red Rifle. Kirk Cousins looking good. Kyle Pitts definitely have over 100 yards today. Kyle Pitts got to have at least 12, 13 catches.
I got to check, see if I started him on my fantasy team, CJ. I got him.
He got a lot of catches today. At least it looks like it. Every time I look on the other side of the screen, he's catching the football.
2 for 4, 56 yards.
He don't have 2 catches. Why you just lie to me like that?
That's what it says on my fantasy stats.
Yeah,
Kyle Pitts.
You need to upgrade that. He has more than 2 catches, dude. I'll tell you right now. Now I'm gonna tell you, good run by Bijan right there. Yeah, he just lied to me. He only got 4 catches for 70 yards. Dang, I'm lying to myself.
I don't think Rob's a liar.
He got 70 yards though, 4 catches.
I might read bad information, but I'm not a liar.
Yeah, they just ain't updated your stats yet. But he got 70 yards. That's on 4 catches. That's balling.
I'll take it.
He must have had a big catch in there somewhere.
He's got a 52-yard long.
There's another run by Bijan is just good.
He's a good player, buddy.
He's just good, dog. All right.
How much fun would you have being the OC at Atlanta right now, CJ?
What? We'll be lighting the board up. Oh, Broncos. Got to catch that. You got to catch that, V-Lee. He just got to catch it. It's like he's
saying that as I see the parachute guy coming into the infield. I'm like, who's he trying to catch? Let's go.
Got to catch that, V-Lee. Look at this.
Bailey.
That's why you're a 7-round pick. That's what they tell you. So obviously it was Monte Ball drafted in the 2nd round, and you got me that was undrafted. And I had a guy who used to tell me, you can make 10 plays right. You can do 10 plays right and 1 play wrong, and they'll say that's why you're undrafted. That guy can have 10 plays wrong but make 1 great play, and that's why he was a 2nd-round pick.
Correct.
And there goes V. Bailey with another good catch. So now he did catch that one.
I'll tell you what, he's playing quite a bit.
He's making some plays. This is how you get on the field.
Yeah,
that's how you get out of that special team room and get more opportunities by making plays, knowing what you're doing, lining up, assignment, alignment, execution.
He's got 6 targets, 4 receptions, 78 yards.
Tick, 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 tick. Yep, there you go. Lay on him. Then try to there's a flag, stupid. Now they stop the clock, and there's a flag for the delayed game by the dumb Chargers. What a dummy. Just get up, bro. It doesn't matter. It's a 5-yard penalty. It doesn't hurt you too bad, but it is delayed game, and it does stop the clock. Algier with a nice run. Oh, you got to get in the end zone, Algier. You got to get in the end zone.
32. Get off.
Yeah. He started him, didn't he? Oh, no, you're talking about 32 with you got to get up, bro. What are you doing? You ain't even trying to get up.
Yeah.
You ain't even trying to get up.
No.
Oh, retarded dodo brain.
It's not going to go over well in the old film room on Monday.
Oh, no, he getting cussed out.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get cussed out on the way home.
That too.
Yeah.
Tick, 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 tick. Can't take a sack. Cannot take a sack. Hold it. They didn't call it, though. There you go. Get out of bounds. There you go. That stops the clock. But just wait. That was an 8-second play you just wasted. Bo. Can't waste 8 seconds. I cannot wait till I'm calling plays and coaching y'all. Y'all don't understand. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Algier, touchdown, the Falcons.
Falcons are putting that one away. They're up.
They are up 2 scores with 5 minutes left. Rise up, as they like to say in Atlanta. Rise up.
What team surprised you the most today so far?
Bo! Oh, he steps out of that. Bo is on the run. Bo gets down to the 20-yard line. He's out of bounds. 103 left. Bo Nix is out of bounds. What team has surprised me today?
I was surprised by Jacksonville laying an egg.
In London, for sure. It was one of my picks. But I will say this. Caleb Williams have arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I'm not going to say, but in Jacksonville, they have 1 win.
Yeah.
That too. Caleb Williams has arrived, though. Oh, wow. With a minute left, he's kicking the field goal now on 1st and 10. Instead of wasting any more time, Sean's kicking the field goal now. The kick is good, and here comes the onside kick.
Is that something you would do there, CJ?
I would have took a shot to the end zone first.
Yeah, that's 50-50.
1st and 10, I would have took a shot. 1st and 10 at the 20, I would have took a shot to the end zone first. I got 1 minute and 3 seconds left. If I took 1 shot or 2 shots to the end zone, each play is 4 seconds, so that's 8 seconds I lost. Then on 3rd down, I'll kick the field goal. But I would have took some shots to the end zone. I know I need an onside kick anyway. So I get Sean the way of doing it. I need the onside kick anyway. But I look at it like this. If I take the shot to the end zone and I score, now I'm down 23-20. So when I get the onside kick, I only need 3 to tie the game. I don't need a touchdown and a 2 to tie the game. That's just how I would skin the cat. But obviously, I'm not Super Bowl winning coach Sean Peyton. He's skinning it his way. I probably would have said that to him in the headset, though. Like, coach, don't you think, et cetera, he probably would have cussed me out. But at least I would have got what I wanted to say off, and it would have made sense. He wouldn't have been too mad at me because it would have made sense.
Do other coaches get frustrated as long as what you're saying is reasonable? They just, if they're looking for your thoughts on what to do?
And game over. Chargers win. He just kicked the onside kick out of bounds. Repeat that question again, though. I apologize.
Like when your coach goes, "Hey, should we kick?" He's probably thinking about.
Nah, so I will say this. When I was at Rice, obviously, I don't know if Scott, you do any evaluation on Marcus Tuiasosopo?
Yes.
Yeah, Marcus was the offensive coordinator at Rice. And because he had an NFL mindset, me and him can talk. And we got it. Now, I don't think Mike Bloomgren was a big fan of that. He's a head coach. And Mike had a little stink in the NFL as a quality control guy. but I don't think Mike Bloomgren was a big fan of that. But me and Tui were pretty much on the same page because we thought of those things the same way. So I think it depends on like coaches and who it is and those things who are receptive to it. Obviously, Tui was, Mike really wasn't. So when I said it and Mike didn't, but then I didn't like coming back in on Sundays. Obviously, we play Saturdays. I didn't like when Mike come back in on Sundays and go, "Oh, CJ, you might have been right about that situation. It's too late now. We already lost. So if you don't want to take it during the time when you need to take it, then that's on you." But here comes another onside kick by the Broncos.
Yeah, they had offsetting penalties.
Yeah, I know.
What
Crazy,
they call
right?
what they call on?
And it went out of bounds, but it was perfectly kicked. All he had to do was slide, and he gets it. Oh wow! The Broncos missed a golden opportunity, and the Broncos are going to fall to 3-3.
I'm still waiting on the second kick.
Look at this kick.
Going right now.
If he slides, imagine if he baseball slides this, Scott, on the sideline. He gets this.
Even if he just
dives. If he dives and keep it in bounds, he gets this.
It's past 10 yards.
This is a hell of a kick.
That was
a good way. That's a good way to do the onside.
I was with that
right now. If he dives right now to keep it in bounds, oh my goodness.
Oh,
that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't owe Rob anything now because the Broncos put up 1-6. And I'm pretty sure that's not a 3-0 in front of anything.
I mean, you did go to Cal. I don't know if we trust you. So.
And sorry, Broncos fans. My pick was the Chargers this game, and that pick worked.
Do you do the new math at Cal or old math? Yeah.
I do the math that fits.
I was gonna say, what kind of math is that?
The math that fits.
I think at Wichita I did no math.
So we got the Saints on Thursday night.
Yep.
What do you guys? I mean, after what you see today, and Sean going back home, are we optimistic?
Well, it depends. Playing it. VJ's gonna run into a rookie quarterback. Obviously, it's gonna be emotional for Sean. The stadium is going to be rocking.
Yep.
But two rookie quarterbacks playing each other. Both defenses are really, really stout. But I can actually tell you I like the Broncos in that game.
I bet it's a really good game. Like CJ's saying, I played there before. I played especially on a primetime Thursday night. That place gets rocking.
What? I played NFC Championship game there. Loudest game I played in.
Yeah, a lot of noise.
But
the thing about it is the VJ and them getting to see the rookie quarterback this game today on tape during the week, it's going to be tough for the Saints to hang in there. But I bet it's a good game.
But Clint Kubiak, right? Just knowing the Kubiak system, going to get a lot of outside zone. You're going to kind of get like what you get today. Instead of a gap scheme run, you're going to get zone scheme run. But you're going to get 21 personnel, 22 personnel. Like Clint is going to change the personnel and going to find ways to run the ball and run first, especially with the rookie quarterback now. Run first. He is going to do some of those things. So,
and the thing is too, CJ, Kamara's having a pretty good season.
He is.
He looks like he's fresh again.
Yeah. So I do see that, right? If the Broncos can't stop the run, kind of like what they couldn't do today, all right, if they can't stop the run and Alvin Kamara is a better back than J.K. Dobbs, and if Alvin Kamara gets some of the runs that J.K. Dobbs had today, those runs are touchdowns with Alvin. With AK, for sure. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And it'd be good to see what Spencer Rattler do in his second start on a short week, right? It's what can the rookie handle in a short week? I think that's what hurts the Saints, right? What can he handle, right, after losing today at home against the Bucs, right? And then you get this short week of you have to get together and also learn this defense, right? BJ defense is not, especially the third down package, it's not easy on a short week for a rookie quarterback to handle. So there's a lot of Bronco upside I like in this.
I think if we win this one, we can look at maybe another 2-game winning streak, then going into Carolina after that. So there's a but then we start going in.
Carolina come to y'all, right? Y'all don't go to Carolina. They come to Denver, don't they?
I think so, yeah. But then you have Carolina coming here because we go to. Sorry, I just pulled it up. Yep, we go to the Saints. Then Carolina comes here. Then we go to Baltimore and Kansas City. Then the Falcons come to us. So we got a little buzzsaw going through once we get past the Saints and the Panthers.
And Kansas City
on the road starting
and then
November.
Y'all got the Falcons
coming to us on the 17th.
Sound like a 3-game losing streak.
That's what it looks like here too.
Well, the thing about it, Rob, is
it's NFL, baby.
As CJ can say, yeah, every week's a different week. You know, so you just show up and try to ball out, see what happens.
Is that what your script said, CJ? Like when you got your script for what each week was supposed to be?
You know, script says a lot. Script said I'll be the head coach right now somewhere, you know, doing my thing. But nah, but like Scott said, it's a week-to-week league. I mean, on paper, that's what those look like, but it's a week-to-week league.
Sure,
absolutely.
All Bronco games has been competitive. It's not like they have not been in the games, right? Obviously, I think the best game they put together was last week against the Raiders, where all 3 phases looked good. But today was turnovers was 1. Off to a slow start on both sides of the ball. Like, you can't give up 20 points in the first half. Even though you only gave up 3 points in the second half, you gave up 20 points in the first half. You can't give any team in this league a 3-score head start, right? With you turning the ball over, expecting you to come back in. So it's minimizing those and understanding those going into a short week that you can't do. Now, the Saints defense definitely create turnovers as well. So, like, both defenses are going to be good, but I give the upside to the Broncos because, like, what is Spencer Rattler going to handle in this short week, especially to a team and a coordinator and a system that he hasn't seen at all? Mm-hmm. Usually the Thursday night games, I will say that about the NFL. The Thursday night games used to be about the division or used to be about a familiar opponent that you play multiple times. Like, the Broncos and the Saints only play each other every 4 years. So the fact that they're traveling to New Orleans, right, on a short week, right, a team that you don't play a lot, that you don't know about. Obviously, Sean Peyton knows the organization and stuff, but a team you just really don't know about, it'd be interesting. But then also, Sean Payton had Dennis Allen as his DC, and you know he gets that. He understands who he's playing against over there. So I like the Broncos upside going into this week. I think
you said I heard CJ say they're going to score 30.
I didn't hear that.
That's what I heard, Scott.
See, I didn't hear that either.
Twisting my words, but I hear you though.
But I'll tell you this: from the day with 2 backup running backs for Tampa Bay, they ran all over the Saints, all over them.
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah, big time.
White didn't play today?
No,
he hurt?
Hamstring, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he didn't play. He was inactive. No, they had the Irving kid, Bucky Irving.
Yeah, Bucky Irving, kid from Oregon, he can play.
Yeah, little guy, but a good change of pace guy.
Yeah.
Sean Tucker.
From Syracuse.
Yeah.
Wow. He played good too.
That's good.
Sean Tucker and Bucky Irving both had 14 carries. Tucker had 136 yards. Irving had 81. Both had a touchdown.
Look at my man Skip Pete. Man, Skip Pete, good coach, man. Good coach. He knows what he's doing up there a lot.
That's good for Denver too, going in there. You know.
Yeah, you got some good run room, right?
Yeah.
They couldn't stop the run. You got some good run room, and obviously Javonte had the fumble, and let's get him right. The good thing about this is you get all that bad taste out of your mouth, right? Because you're going straight into work. I think tonight. I think the work starts tonight. I think the players go home and relax. They come in and start watching film tonight.
One of the coaches are back there.
For sure.
Hey, quick question for you guys about today's game against the Chargers. Who was the Broncos rushing leader? Who do you think? 6 carries.
I'm saying Bo Nix.
I'm saying Bo too.
Bo Nix was 61 yards. Javonte had 23. Esime had 13. McLaughlin had 8. Troy had 5 to start. So 110 total yards as a team, but a lot of those came in chunks at the end there from Bo Nix.
You got to be better than that. You got to have that flipped around. Have to, because you can't put it on the quarterback's arm. Not right now. At least not yet.
Yeah, not yet. And that's that's what happens, right? In the first half, right? That the lopsided. It's hard to get the run game going if A, your defense is on the field for 21 minutes, and B, your offense is not on the field and they're having 3 and outs and they can't establish the run. So it makes it tough. It makes it real tough.
They need to get Williams going. I'm telling you, he's the guy.
Yeah, I mean he had the fumble today, which is
I know.
uncharacteristic of him. But you're right. They gotta get him going.
He has to be the go-to. In my opinion, in the run game, has to. You don't want your quarterback leading your team in rushing yards.
Makes sense. Any final words here before we wrap this up? Because next time we see each other, I think we're doing the watch along Thursday night with the Broncos in prime time.
So understand
on Amazon Prime.
I'm coming from class, so understand I'll be a tad late.
That's fine.
That's coming from class that day. I'll be a tad late. I do my best to get there on time. But final words will be: pay attention to next Saturday night. It is going to be some great college football games going on next Saturday. Obviously, we'll talk about it on Friday, but it's going to be some awesome, right? You got Georgia in Texas at Texas. You got Alabama in Tennessee. You got some strong games, right? Prime trying to bounce back. It's going to be some good games next week. And that's kind of my final thoughts on this time around going into next week. So Alabama, Tennessee, you got Georgia and Texas. It's gonna be some good ones.
Scott, any parting thoughts?
Yeah, my final words would be just I'm very curious about Travis Hunter in the injury.
Oh
yeah.
That is absolutely. What is that looking like for sure?
Yeah, it'll be interesting how that comes out because they haven't really said anything yet. It didn't look good him on the sideline the whole second half and not moving it. So I think that's
looked at routine. Like the tackle looked at routine.
No, I think that's vital for the Buffs. Vital. Especially not just as a corner, but as a wide receiver.
Absolutely.
He changes games.
I think if he doesn't get hurt, he's worth at least 4 points for them to overcome Kansas State yesterday.
He finds a touchdown for sure. He definitely finds a touchdown.
Yeah, I think
it's not like he does not score for sure.
Yep. No, I think so too. And
then the last thing,
it's vital. It's vital. I mean, it'll be interesting and hope for the best, of course, but you never know.
Tonight, the Dodgers are favored 61% to 38% to beat the New York Mets in LA. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Actually, let me see who's on the mound. I'm a big guy.
Flattery for the Dodgers and Signa for the Mets.
You give me Ohtani, you give me Freeman, you give me Betts. I'm taking them.
Yeah, no, that's a tough lineup to beat right
3
there.
MVPs.
Flattery,
MVPs.
and Signa, they're not even there. They ain't even got their aces on the mound for game 1, so that's gonna be interesting. Compared to the aces, they might pitch game 2 or game 3, but I like the Dodgers tonight at home. I mean, but they did just come off a very emotional series. So like the Mets been chilling and waiting. Does that hurts the Mets or does that inspires the Mets? It's been a while since the Mets has been here, man. So don't get it fired up. New York fired up on both ends, right? Yankees is back there, the Mets is there. Like if they can keep it in New York, they'll try. I am with the Ohtani though. Ohtani is hard to pitch around, pitch over, pitch through.
Yep.
He's just hard, right?
Well, what about Betts and Freeman?
Yeah, you got Mookie. I mean, man, you got Chris Taylor. There's a whole bunch of bats over there.
It protects them in the lineup. They got to, when you have all those guys right behind you in the lineup, do you want to put Ohtani on base with, Mookie coming up?
Correct.
There's a whole bunch of bats over there. I mean, No,
it's a tough lineup to face. I mean, you better have
Will
your
Smith
game.
is one, right? Muncy is another one, right? Like the Dodgers are a well-groomed baseball team.
Yep.
That's a game I'm gonna be flipping back and forth between the Bengals and the Giants. And then that's another one. Final thoughts on that too, right? The Bengals have to find a way to win this game tonight.
If there's ever been a must-win game in October for a team,
it's the Bengals, and on the road, and they have the chance to do it. But the Giants have been playing strong.
Can I ask you guys a question? Like quarterback Daniel Jones for the Giants, is he a real quarterback, or is he like everyone's kind of?
I believe in Dayball. I believe in Dayball. I've said this before. I've seen Dayball change Josh Allen. Josh Allen was looking like a first-round bust. Gets Dayball, life changes. I know this is their third year together, but second full year together because Daniel Jones was hurt last year.
Mm-hmm.
Give it another year. I think Dayball makes Daniel Jones better than what I don't think he lives up to his first round, sixth pick, whatever he was, right? But I do think he's better than I do think Dayball would make him better than what people thought he would be for sure.
Scott, is he a for real quarterback?
I don't trust him. I think he's way too inconsistent. I worry about his overall competitiveness, instincts, and intelligence for the position. Not saying he's not a smart guy, but just the instinct for the position and to feel it and see it and get it out. And I think he's had the opportunity to prove what he can and can't be. And I think he's proved more that he can't be than can be. And he's, in my opinion, he's the type of guys that get coaches fired, GMs fired.
That makes sense. So we'll leave it at that. And then for our predictions on Thursday, just so you guys are aware.
Oh, I just saw the replay on Twitter of leg. It just popped on my timeline. I didn't try to look at it, but that's
a nasty injury.
Yeah, he's done.
So, but Broncos are going to score 30 on the Saints, in case you're wondering.
Can I get a scone now?
Yeah, you want to put a coffee on it? I'll put a coffee on it.
Can I get a scone now?
We're square now. We're even, so we're starting at coffees. Once it gets to the double or nothing, we add the scone to it.
Fellas, good talking to you. I appreciate it.
It's been fun, guys. Great job.
Good stuff. I'll talk to you.
Peace out, you guys. Love you guys. Thank you, man.
Yep. Thank you.